The following is a live presentation of CBC Sports. For the first time, the Red Wings and the Oilers meet in the playoffs in 18 years. Maltby now. He scores! And the Red Wings win here in the second overtime. The atmosphere crackling here for Game 2. Here's another chance. Wrist shot. He scores! Brad Winchester with his very first NHL goal. This series is dead even. One game apiece. Another chance. They score! Jared Stoll. Game 4. The Oilers with a 2-1 lead. Now he comes in and they score! Wenstrom. Game 5 and the Joe. Through traffic in front. Korkhoff one chance. They score!
These teams still haven't forgotten the days when they were the greatest and the kind of night that goes into the making of champions.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland.
Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. It's really hockey night in Alberta. It was 110 decibels in there for games 3 and 4. Imagine this evening. Time to cowboy up. Mark Lee, John Garrett, Greg Millen, Scott Russell are all at Rexall Place in Edmonton. Our Game 6 doubleheader begins next.
This portion of the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC is brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada.
They can change the rules. They can change the equipment. But sometimes, someone changes the game.
Final records.
In Edmonton, and the Oilers have a chance to win a playoff series for the first time on home ice since 1992 when Craig McTavish scored the goal to beat the Vancouver Canucks. Here come the Edmonton Oilers, and I just have to let you know that Steve Yzerman, 195 playoff games, 184 playoff points, will be in the lineup for the Red Wings tonight. All the questions surround the Red Wings. Can Manny Legacy win a game for his team? And there's Steve Yzerman this morning at the skate. He was the last man off, and then he took the pregame skate here, and he showed that in spite of a bad back, he can make the stops, make the crossovers, and so the captain in his 20th playoff season will take on the Edmonton Oilers tonight in game number 6. This place is rocking.
On defense number 3, Andreas Lilia. And number 5, Nicholas Lidstrom. The forward line for Detroit, number 36.
Rexall Place in Edmonton, brimming, full of anticipation of a playoff upset. Good evening, I'm Mark Lee, along with John Garrett and Greg Millen in the broadcast booth tonight. And the fourth win of a series is often the hardest to get, John Garrett. The Oilers need to maintain their composure tonight.
Well, the two additions that Kevin Lowe made in the offseason have really been the calming influence. Chris Pronger and Mike Pekka. And now they really have to keep his team in line.
And Greg, the big story, the return of the captain, Steve Yzerman.
Oh, absolutely. I talked to him this morning. He said he was ready to go, and then I watched him walk down the hall, and he could hardly walk. Will it be like the 2002 playoffs when he led his team to the Stanley Cup? It may be another remarkable performance. We'll just have to wait and see.
Welcome Mr. Paul Wario to sing tonight's national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' ready glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons of man. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
team this season is on the brink of elimination. The Red Wings facing their third straight early playoff exit. The Edmonton Oilers are one game from winning their first playoff series in 8 years. The crowd wrapping it up at Rexall Place. Manny Legacy is under considerable pressure to stop the Oilers tonight, or his legacy may well be out of Hockeytown. At the other end of the ice, Dwayne Rollison, in 5 playoff games, has made believers in Edmonton. He has outplayed Manny Legacy and has been the calm in the storm of an Edmonton team badly outshot in this series, but in the lead. The officials tonight. The referees, Mick Magoo is joined by Mike Lego, and on the line, Steve Miller and Pierre Racicot. Opportunity knocks tonight for the Oilers. The Red Wings are on the ropes. Barkov and Zetterberg in the face-off circle. And the Oilers win the draw. Jason Smith to his partner Pronger, quickly up the left boards to Ryan Smith. He mishandles it. And it's Samuelson pouncing on the puck for Detroit. Zetterberg now dumping it inside the Edmonton zone. A raucous crowd in Edmonton tonight, anticipating a first series victory. Zetterberg dumping it in down behind the goal. And Draper loses it momentarily. Lilia playing it back into the corner. Zetterberg back to Draper. A shot off the blocker from a sharp angle. Lidstrom bouncing it behind the goal again. Early pressure from the Red Wings. Zetterberg now at the line. A backhand into the corner off the skate of a pinching Lidstrom down deep. It comes out in front. Zetterberg, a point-blank shot. And the rebound cleared by Jason Smith. An early great scoring opportunity for Zetterberg, who has 5 goals to lead Detroit in this series. Lidstrom now over to Kronwall. The Red Wings controlling the puck here in the opening 2 minutes of this hockey game. Shanahan gains the line for Detroit. A shot wide into the far corner. Holmstrom playing it behind the goal. And Spacek gets it past Shanahan. It's kept in at the line by Kronwall. The chance in front goes over the stick of Datsuk from the point. Schneider misses the net for Detroit. Shanahan now along the boards. Pisani has it, trying to get it out, and he can't. Holmstrom plays it back. Here comes Datsuk in the slot. A shot that misses the net. Pekka finally gets it out for Edmonton to Pisani, who'll dump it in to the Detroit zone. Banging in the corner now. Pisani along the boards. Up to Lang. Lang has the puck sent right back down inside the Detroit zone as Steve Yzerman, the captain, steps on the ice for his first shift.
Edmonton has been so good defensively, getting the puck out, and we see in the first couple of minutes here, 3 times they had a chance to get the puck out of their own zone, couldn't get it out. They can't get caught up in the excitement of the crowd. Stick with the game plan, play as well defensively as they have been playing.
Jared Stoll dumps it in for the Oilers. Around the boards now. Lang with the check into the corner. Yzerman hit from the side by Jared Stoll. And some forecheck pressure from Edmonton. Pronger now pinching along the boards. He keeps it in. Gloved by Elias Hemsky. Hemsky, a high slot shot, misses the net. The rebound bouncing to the side and over the stick of Samsonov. Jason Williams now. His headman pass too far, and Jason Smith will touch it. Whistle icing the call against Detroit.
You know Yzerman's a marked man here, and the Edmonton Oilers, every chance they get, they're going to get on the body on Yzerman and see how he reacts. And here is a good example of it here. As Stoll here gets the first good contact hit of the game for the Edmonton Oilers, and it's on the guy they wanted to get, on Yzerman.
And Henrik Zetterberg has been so good for Detroit. Here he gets a chance early because Edmonton is so careless trying to get the puck out. And this time Zetterberg can't put it away. Yzerman has to stay on the ice here on that icing call.
Lebda plays it back to Lidstrom around the boards. Yzerman loses control. Here's Rem Murray, a shot in front. Rebound. And Ethan Morrow couldn't convert. Red Wings send it down the ice.
Now he's going to get off, John.
Well, he didn't want to stay out there, and he didn't take the face-off, which I think is an indication they want to protect his back.
Maybe he just can't.
Well, the this morning in practice. He had a hard time during face-off practice standing up after bending over. There's a forecheck hit from Dan Cleary on Tarnstrom. And the Oilers dump it in. Dvorak now. His centering pass blocked by Kronwall. Rem Murray goes in to help out. Murray in behind the net. Squirts free to Ethan Morrow. Morrow leaving it for Murray. Back to Dvorak now. Dvorak centering pass intercepted. Franzen got it, and now he heads up ice for Detroit. Johan Franzen. Inside the line, stick handling, a shot wide and high. Zetterberg along the boards, keeping it in. Long pass to the near side. Here's Lebda pinching in. A shot right on. Rebound. And that was close as Rolison hugged the post. Again, pressure. Deflection. Draper in tight. Can't get the rebound past Rolison as Jason Smith ties him up in front of the goal.
Well, Dwayne Rolison has been so good for Edmonton. Exactly the same average as Manny Legacy, but his save percentage is about 50 points higher. And a quick stick by Rolison. Quick stick. Draper tries to Samuelson tries to pull it out. And Dwayne Rolison with that quick stick, and he's able to control the rebound. As Chris Draper hasn't got a point in this series, that's one of the things. The guys for Detroit, Samuelson, Draper, the guys who got points during the regular season, none in the first 5 games.
Lebda shot blocked by Ethan Morrow. And here comes Horkoff, the star for Edmonton in game number 4. Or rather, game 5. Here's Tarnstrom in the goal. A penalty coming here to Detroit.
And a harmless-looking play here as Horkoff was just going into the zone with no puck support. And one of the things I've noticed here early for Edmonton, when the puck carrier has the puck, there's no outs, there's no puck support. That's why they've been giving the puck in the neutral zone, but a bit of a break now as Samuelson's going to get the gate for the hook. And the minute you put your stick up high on the body, you're going to get it. And you would think by now these players would learn that.
From behind, in the neutral zone, one that's going nowhere, and to take an unnecessary penalty.
So Samuelson off at 4:19 for hooking. And here's Pronger now from the point, waiting, goes to the hash marks to Samsonov. Samsonov now drops it for Hemsky, back to Pronger. A one-timer from Spacek is right on. Horkoff plays it back through Spacek, and Pronger's there to keep it in. Around the boards, Samuelson, or rather Samsonov leaves it for Hemsky. In the corner now, Horkoff there first for Edmonton. Pass too far and in between the Oilers' defense, and Pronger comes back into his own zone. The Edmonton power play tied for 6th in the NHL during these Stanley Cup playoffs. Good on 6 of 31 man advantage attempts. Spacek now. A bounce pass. Samsonov loses it temporarily. Regains it in the corner. Leaves it. Torres back to Samsonov along the far boards at the point. Spacek now to Samsonov. He gains the line. Rink wide. Hemsky a one-timer off the stick of Legacy. Around the boards now. Alesh Hemsky plays it in front. Samsonov to the point. Marc-Andre Bergeron there. Back to Hemsky now. Hemsky on the circle. Down low. Samsonov a shot. Rebound in front. Torres on the puck for Edmonton. Rafi Torres drops it for Spacek at the point now. Bergeron looks. Doesn't take the shot. Hemsky looking for an opening, and he's checked by Cleary, and the puck deflects down the ice.
Ryan Smith's getting his skate sharpened here, and there's nobody in front of the net. Why? Because the Oilers' best guy to do that is getting his skates done. What a tough break for the Oilers on their first power play.
Here's Jarrett Stoll now, a burst of speed. Plays it off the glass, comes up with the puck in the corner. Pisani around the boards to the point. Pronger back on the ice here in the late stages of this power play. 10 seconds now remaining in the man advantage for Edmonton. At the point, Pronger, no shot there, goes to Bergeron. Final seconds ticking off the power play. Here's Jarrett Stoll. A shot deflected off the leg of Schneider. Penalty is over to Samuelson. Oilers play it deep again. Torres along the boards to Jarrett Stoll. And his pass is intercepted by Samuelson. Finished serving his hooking penalty. Samuelson now, all by himself across the line. Trying to get around Stejos, a pass in front, deflected by Pronger. In transition now, Ethan Morrow with Pisani. Morrow shot right on, steered into the corner. Pisani on the loose puck for the Oilers, in behind the goal. Ethan Morrow being checked by Lebda, and he loses the puck. Leaves it along the boards to Mike Pekka. Williams dumping it out and down the ice for Detroit. Staios, a bounce pass. At full flank now, Dvorak. Going outside Lebda, a shot from a sharp angle. And the save in the trapper of Manny Legacy. Ryan Smith tying up his skates after that emergency sharpening here in the first.
Hi, it's Mike and Stacy. You know what to do.
Hi guys, it's Mom. Just wondering where you are. Hello? You guys are never home.
Hey, where are you guys?
Take living outside. The Home Depot makes it easy to create your own backyard paradise. From beautiful plants to the latest patio furniture and barbecues. This Thursday through Sunday, purchase a Weber barbecue and get a free gift card worth up to $100 by mail-in rebate. They'll even assemble it for free.
The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Nothing chills like a butter caramel ice cap. Want to afford delicious new flavors from Tim Hortons? Add any flavor to your ice cap for only 25 cents.
Why do WestJetters care so much? Because we're also WestJet owners.
This has been a very even series, and you can tell by the closest 3 of the 5 wins by 1 goal, 2 double overtime games. The first 2 periods, teams having problems protecting leads. And I think that's why you see the problems in the third period.
And check out this first Edmonton Oilers power play without Ryan Smith, who parks right in front of the net. The Oilers don't have anybody in front of Manny Legacy. He makes 1 good save there. However, no second shot attempt because nobody in front of the goaltender.
Oilers with 2 shots on the power play. There's one from a point as Steve Staios got all of that one. Cronwall, his pass broken up. Quickly on the puck for Detroit is Draper. Plays it right back to Cronwall behind the goal. Oilers now backing off as Detroit starts out. Lidstrom's pass gets across to Samuelson. He fans though, and it gets out past Lidstrom. Here comes Hemsky. Gets a piece of the puck. Hemsky, sharp angle, plays it back too far and behind Samsonov. A one-time shot misses the net from Jarrett Stahl as he heads to the bench. Here's Samsonov by himself. Backhand right through the crease. Horkoff now a shot off the leg of Cronwall and into the corner. Zetterberg at full speed ahead as Horkoff is the only man to forecheck here. The Oilers changing on the fly.
Shots on goal marker now 8-4 in favor of the Oilers. They're starting to take the play away from Detroit. And here we go again.
Here's a giveaway. Horkoff drops it for Winchester and it goes off a skate. Back comes Williams for Detroit. Jason Williams. Drop pass in the high slot for Snyder. He couldn't get it and played it along the boards. Tarnstrom ahead for Ryan Smith. Horkoff, a bounce pass too far, and it comes back inside the Detroit zone. Brett Lebda up the boards to Jason Williams. He's checked by Ryan Smith on the back check. Bergeron plays it D to D to Tarnstrom. Bergeron now. Off the glass, couldn't find anybody open, turning it over to Lebda in his own zone. Schneider quickly ahead for Holmstrom. Oilers plugging that neutral zone once again here. Datsuk still searching for his first goal of this series. Plays it back to Lebda. A one-time pass Schneider to Holmstrom, and Holmstrom will fire it in deep. Rolson out to stop it for Pronger. Big Chris Pronger checked on the forecheck by Shanahan, and it goes around the boards into the far corner. Holmstrom back to the point. Lilia, a shot right on. And a glove save by Dwayne Rolison.
The Edmonton Oilers with a couple of good chances on the rush, and so far the Oilers have picked it up. Detroit came out in the first couple of minutes. I don't think Ales Hemsky realizes how good he is. If he would have kept skating there, he could have been in by himself. He's always looking past instead of going to the net himself. And then Sean Horkoff, same thing. He's got a chance to break himself, but he's looking past. As soon as he got the puck, he's looking past instead of going himself. And again, no chance on net.
Quick shot on goal, fat rebound, and it was cleared by Pronger. The Oilers dump it down the ice and change. Maltby back forward for Detroit. They'll leave it for Lilia. As the Red Wings meet the trap once again, the Oilers trap in the neutral zone. Maltby dumps it deep. Bergeron there with Cleary on the forecheck. And Rem Murray plays it around the boards. Dvorak now can't reach it. Ethan Morrow gets the loose puck there on a bad pass. Morrow can't get a shot, can't get around Franzen. Rem Murray on the forecheck with a big hit as Cleary heads up ice. Schneider and Shanahan in the rush, and the Red Wings once again having trouble controlling the puck. Schneider from center ice will dump it in. It's been frustrating for a team that doesn't like to dump it. Try to get something against this defensive Oilers strategy. Pass into the skates and down the ice past Samsonov. Nick Lidstrom is back for Detroit. Holmstrom now. Backhand pass and a penalty coming behind the play here. Jarrett Stoll went down in contact with Matthew Schneider, and it looks like Schneider is going to the penalty box.
They can change the rules. They can change the equipment. But sometimes, someone changes the game.
At 17, I went to prison for murder. By 19, I was penniless and heartbroken. I almost drowned at 20. Then I had my memory erased at 28. And by 29, I was in Neverland. My real life doesn't need any extra drama. That's why my card is American Express.
An impressively powerful engine, surrounded by sleek curves. It's the perfect marriage of legendary Honda engine technology with cutting-edge Honda design.
Nice. Now do the generator.
From generators to tillers to lawnmowers, find your match at the Honda Power Equipment Power Sale. The performance, the technology, the value. Specially priced, but only for a limited time.
Well, let's look at the series leaders here. Zetterberg's been great in the power play. Of course, Pronger, everybody's been talking about him. And Schneider, as he's done all season, has been racking up the points. However, he's complaining on this last play. I don't know why. After he goes to the penalty box, he gets his stick up on Stahl. There's no doubt about it. That's a penalty. And now Edmonton with Ryan Smith will try their luck on the power play. And you know Ryan Smith will be in front of the net. And, of course, Schneider's a very good penalty killer, is now in the penalty box for Detroit.
Oilers 0 for 1 on their first power play, just 2 shots on goal. But of course, as you mentioned, Ryan Smith getting his skates sharpened and could not participate. He's on the ice now as Pronger headmans to Spacek. Rink wide at full speed. Hemsky gains the line, and he stood up by Lilia. And the Red Wings send it down the ice. That one nearly hitting Spacek in the head. Pronger. Point leader for Edmonton up the right side. A quick outlet pass to Hemsky. His pass on the tape of Ryan Smith. He turns at the hash marks and plays it along the boards. Samsonov to Smith. Into the corner now. Back to Samsonov. Samsonov driving the net. A shot right on. And a glove save in traffic by Manny Legacy.
Boy, there's a good save by Manny Legacy, and Greg, as you mentioned, with traffic in front. And Sergei Samsonov has really struggled. The first power play, we saw him beating the puck to death. It looked like it might be square. This time he pulls it out, got some traffic, and a beautiful save by Manny Legacy. High glove side. Legacy struggles to find it. Get down low so you can find it. And up goes the left hand to make the save.
Pronger now. Fakes the shot. Hemsky, Pronger, one-timer, missed the net. Spacek down low, plays it around the boards. Hemsky. Hemsky to Samsonov. He comes right in front. A shot short side on a save by Legacy. Ryan Smith falling and turns the puck over to Yzerman. Only the second time we've seen him on the ice since his opening shift here. Pronger starts out again. Fresh legs on the Oiler power play. Horkoff now across the blue line with Pisani. Horkoff, a low shot and a leg save by Lagasse. Pisani with 3 goals in this series, in behind the goal, and Lidstrom gets to it first and sends it down the ice. 25 seconds in the Edmonton power play. Total of 4 shots now. Horkoff at center ice, slaloming through the neutral zone. Drops it for Pisani, and the Oilers content to play it to the perimeter. Bergeron, Jarrett Stoll at the point. Bergeron, his shot deflected off the leg of Chelios in front. In the corner, Horkoff plays it to the point. Stoll a shot, blocked again, this time by Maltby, as Schneider steps out of the penalty box. Detroit back to full strength. Draper, a long shot, bobbled and then frozen for a whistle by Rolison.
That's a good play by Dwayne Rolison. You see that Jarrett Stoll's out there as a defenseman. End of the power play, you make sure that you get 2 defensemen out there, and Dwayne Rolison takes the whistle.
And let's not forget the saves that Dwayne Rolison made early in this game when Oilers, they looked a little nervous to me coming out of the box. But now they've settled in, and the goaltender did his job early and made some big saves against Detroit.
Rolison, a question mark when he joined this team in March, but Greg, he told you and I that the last 5-6 games of the season he finally got comfortable here in Edmonton, and he's made a lot of believers here in the playoffs. Morrow gets the puck in behind the goal. Lagasse playing it back off the glass to Jason Williams. Williams will just chip it out down the ice. And Staios is back for Edmonton. Staios now dropping it for Ethan Morrow. Staios, long pass at the line to Pekka. Mike Pekka, a backhand pass. Here's a chance. Dvorak wide over to Morrow. His shot. And a tough angle, and Lagasse was there. Here's another chance. Staios from the point. Misses the net and off the glass. Another pass back to the point. Too far for Staios, and it comes out over the line. Oilers will have to clear the zone as Schneider heads up ice for Detroit. He dumps it in. Around the glass into the far corner. Holmstrom being shadowed by Staios. Dvorak is there. The Oilers get it free. Samsonov turning inside his own zone. Over to Staios. Pass in behind Jarrett Stoll. Samsonov at full speed has it with Stoll. Samsonov, a shot bouncing through the high slot, and Daxu picks it up for Detroit. His pass on the tape of Brendan Shanahan, his first goal in Game 5 at Detroit. Behind the goal, Jason Smith can't get it out. Shanahan has it. His pass through the slot is intercepted by Oleszynski. He starts out and dumps it inside the Detroit zone. They're all out of gas. The Oilers will change on the fly. Shanahan. Soft pass too far for Zetterberg. Horkoff now broken up by Samuelson. His back pass in behind Draper, and Horkoff has it for Edmonton. Sean Horkoff now. Knocked off the puck by Zetterberg, and Lilia plays it ahead. Samuelson with Zetterberg, a 2-on-2. He loses his footing. Zetterberg with the puck, in on goal! He scores! Henrik Zetterberg pouncing on a loose puck, and it's 1-0 Detroit.
Boy, oh boy, you have to be aware of who's on the ice, and Jaro Spacek didn't look to see it. It's Henrik Zetterberg.
Here's the turnover here, though, John, and this is where Edmonton's been getting in trouble in this game. You know, halfway in play, and look out, coming the other way.
Well, this is a 2-on-2. You have to know who it is. That's a 2-on-2. You've got to know it's Henrik Zetterberg, so you take the body. You're not lunging. Spacek is lunging at the puck. Well, this is Zetterberg. He's the hottest guy on the Detroit Red Wings, and in he goes. Makes no mistake on Dwayne Rolison. Head up, head up, head up. Make the goalie commit, and then tuck it away.
Henrik Zetterberg with his 6th goal of the playoffs. He has scored in the last 5 consecutive games, which is a new Detroit Red Wing playoff record, breaking the mark that was shared by Gordie Howe and Ted Lindsay.
A 2-on-2, but still, both defensemen standing still, getting caught in no man's land coming back. I agree with you. There's no way you can lunge like that. But Edmonton has to be much better going into the offensive zone and get it past the defenseman, because Detroit's first pass is so good from their blue line, and that's been the trick for Edmonton all series long. Getting it by the defense, not giving it to them just inside the blue line.
And they've been so good on the forecheck. Once they do get it by, they've been controlling the boards. The turnover ends up in the net.
Well, the Red Wings have the lead, and they've only led twice in the previous 5 playoff games. As Dvorak chips it inside the zone. As Dvorak in the corner now. Franzen on him. It comes to Rem Murray at the side of the goal, and Legacy they hold on for a whistle. 1-0 Red Wings on the 6th goal of the playoffs by Zetterberg.
Honey, I'm not so sure how I feel about this.
Sweetie, it's just my imagination expressing how the moo latte makes me feel. Don't be such a baby.
Yeah, a baby. There's a half-naked man in my living room holding my wife, and his hair's blowing in the wind.
Would you feel better if his hair wasn't blowing in the wind?
A little.
Get carried away by the new hazelnut moo latte at Dairy Queen with creamy DQ soft serve. Imagine that.
The new Yardworks cordless mower. It's easy to start and gives consistent power for up to 5,000 square feet per charge. The battery recharges on its own or right in the mower. Lawn care starts at Canadian Tire.
On Mother's Day, how do you tell your mom how much she means to you? How do you tell her how she makes you feel? When your card not only says the perfect thing, it sings it, you're in a good place. New Say It With Music cards, only at today's Hallmark Gold Crown stores.
Just a program note, the National on at 9 p.m. Eastern on Newsworld this evening, and in between this game, Detroit, Edmonton, and Calgary, Anaheim on the main network. That game, by the way, is 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain. All the news from at home and abroad on the National with Peter Mansbridge. And just to let you know, in the Stampede City on the Red Mile, they are ready to go. A Game 6 tonight in Anaheim at the Pond between the Calgary Flames and the Ducks. The Flames lead that series 3-2. Guys?
And Scott, we'd like to welcome our American viewers tonight watching on the Outdoor Life Network. 1-0 Red Wings. Here's another chance right in on goal as Cronwall jumped the rush and hit the side of the net. He was knocked out of the play. A long pass, a stretch play for Ryan Smith into the corner. And Smith is knocked off the puck by Nick Lidstrom. Oilers regain control. Shot by Dick Turnstrom in traffic. Hit a body in front. Yzerman's pass. Off a stick, and Jason Williams will play it to the near boards. Cronwall checked by Ryan Smith. Oilers changing now as Yzerman fires to the far boards. Too far. Pronger there first for Edmonton. Chris Pronger. No penalties in 5 games so far in this series, and the points leader on the scoreboard for Edmonton. In behind the goal, Pekka. Knocked off the puck by Schneider. Datsuk back to help out. Head to Franzen. They drop it back for Lilia, and the Wings will get it in. Shanahan turning at the hash marks. Pronger tying him up. Pass comes back to the blue line, kept in by Lilia. Torres waiting for the puck along the boards. Back to Pronger. Pronger ahead to Fernando Pisani. Over to Pekka. Pekka now in on goal. A shot that misses the net. Shanahan waits as Edmonton backs off in the play and passes too far for Datsuk. Jason Smith looking for an opening. His pass off the stick of Dvorak led to, and Dvorak racing for it. Led to there first. And the play is whistled on a high stick. And it looks like a penalty is coming here to Detroit.
Well, Jason Smith was being checked by Mick Magoo. And there's Michael Samuelsson. It rides up the hands of Jason Smith, but still catches him in the face. Smith makes the play. Michael Samuelsson comes in, and off he goes for high sticking.
And this is a very big power play here now for the Edmonton Oilers. 3:31 to go in period number 1. They've had a few chances throughout the period, but not enough. And this is where they have to gain some momentum back before they go into the locker room and get their crowd back into the game as well.
Samuelsson back in the penalty box here in the first period. Edmonton 0 for 2 on the power play with 5 shots. Pronger into the skates. Spacek back to Pronger. He shoots it right on. It's waved off. Hemsky down low. Samsonov back to Hemsky. He comes to the dot. One-time shot, and Spacek's had trouble this series with that. And here's a chance now. Draper with Maltby. The Grinders coming in on goal. Maltby, one-time deflection, and he's stopped by Rolison. Ryan Smith now back at the other end with Pronger deep. Samsonov plays it back to Pisani at the point. Rink wide to Spacek. Here's Pronger now. And play whistled. And another penalty coming here.
Pronger's going to get interference.
His first of the series.
As he was coming back, he was in deep. As he was coming back, he had a little pick play. Chris Pronger tees one up. It's by everybody. Hits the post in behind Manny Legacy. Out the other side. Ryan Smith's there.
And how about this save here? I mean, Rolison's been so great at making big saves at key times in the game. I mean, it's either 2-0 there or 1, and what a great save that was. And there is the penalty to the middle of your frame for interference.
Skated in the way and takes the interference penalty.
Pronger's first penalty in this series at 17:09 for interference.
What anticipation, though, by Dwayne Rolison to get across on that 2-on-1. He read it beautifully.
Kronwall. Return pass from Schneider up the near boards. Datsuk dropping it back to that Detroit defense again.
Greg, you and I were talking about Maltby and Draper, how they hadn't gone for it shorthanded, and there was a perfect chance for them, and they just couldn't finish.
Schneider across the line, plays it off the glass into the corner. Zetterberg battling with Spacek in the corner. Horkoff gives it back to Staios, and Spacek will start out his pass, though, tipped en route to Horkoff, and the Red Wings will get control. 4-on-4 for another 40 seconds. Zetterberg dumping it in. Staios turning with the puck, and he'll head up ice for Edmonton. Ahead to Ethan Morrow. Morrow gets it past Lidstrom. Ledford there is to pick it up for Detroit. Morrow with a big hit on the forecheck, and Lidstrom will stay behind his goal and then head up ice, bouncing it back first. Lebda to the near boards. Shanahan's pass. Lang, a shot deflected by Jason Smith. Lidstrom winds up, goes back, one-time shot from the angle from Shanahan. Repelled by the goaltender, Roley. Now a power play for 37 more seconds as Samuelson steps on the ice for Detroit. Holmstrom on the ice now. Datsuk back on the ice along with Zetterberg. Lidstrom and Lebda. Zetterberg checks at center ice. Lidstrom now gains the line, plays it along the blue line, and it comes out behind Schneider. Matthew Schneider back inside his own zone. The long pass deflects off the stick of Fernando Pisani and over the glass with 59 seconds to go in the first period.
Greg, did you notice Detroit 4-on-4, who they have out for the forwards? Datsuk and Zetterberg.
And here's an example here of how Lindstrom is so good at delaying goalies and then finding open players. And I talked to Dwayne Rolison this morning about that, and he said, you know, when he has the puck, Lindstrom, it's not so much Lindstrom you have to worry about, but all the available players on the ice, and he's great at it, and that's one of the adjustments that Dwayne Rolison has made throughout this series, looking for players when he has the puck on the point shot.
Well, he always changes the angles, and that's the thing, is that you never have a chance to get set. The 5-on-3 goal he got against Rolison, pull, and then let it go. You never have a chance to get set.
Lidstrom led all NHL defensemen with 80 points this year, 50 of them on the power play. Cleary, a sharp angle shot deflected behind the goal. Maltby drops it for Cleary. He was checked on the play by Staios. Spacek feathers it up the boards. Torres just dumps it down the ice. The final 30 seconds of this opening period. Draper dumps and chases again with Staios there first for Edmonton. Torres will lug it out. Center ice. Hemsky now all by himself. Hemsky a shot off the blocker, routinely stopped by Legacy. Another shot from Torres, glancing wide. Stoll now puts one on goal. It's blocked again by Detroit. Matthew Schneider in the final few seconds. Chip it ahead. And Lidstrom will get it to center ice. as the horn sounds to end the opening period here at Rexall Place in Edmonton. A 1-0 hockey game on Zetterberg's 6th goal of the playoffs. An unusual shots on goal statistic in this series. For the first time in the first period, the Oilers outshooting the Wings 15-10. Coming up, Don Cherry and Ron McLean in the coach's corner. The Red Wings with a 1-0 lead, facing elimination here in Game 6.
Subway Dinner Theater presents Alone at Last.
Lisa's working late. Grab some dinner, Lisa? You hungry, Lisa?
I got your dinner, Lisa.
Oh, Subway.
The blonde boy's a loser. And now dinner, Subway restaurant.
Featuring the Italian trio, hot and fresh from the oven. Meatball marinara and chicken parmesan on new toasted garlic bread. And the Italian BMT.
Subway, eat fresh.
Okay, guys, make the teams.
I'm in.
You got up early?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are we ready for this?
Come here. I want to show you something.
You finished it.
Make your dream home a reality. CIBC, for what matters.
Hi.
What's this?
It's our winning can.
It's not a winning can. Sorry.
If you and two friends want into the Coors Light Maxim golf experience, all you have to do is look for the winning bottle or can in specially marked cases of Coors Light. Check out Maxim on newsstands or go to CoorsLight.ca for details. You could spend the day with some Maxim caddies. Coors Light, it's golf done differently. No purchase necessary, must be legal to drink.
Here in the small European village of Werther is the home of a very special caramel candy, Werther's Original. Where for over a century, a family tradition of making smooth, creamy candies has been handed down from generation to generation, using real butter and fresh cream. And then, when it's just right, wrapping them in gold, so we can hand them down to you. Werther's Original, hard or chewy, the candy for someone very special.
Coach's Corner with Ron McLean and Don Cherry. Brought to you by Bell.
No! I can't believe it!
What's going on, Frank?
I'm watching NHL playoff highlights on my Bell phone.
How's our team doing?
Well, we had a great first period, but now we keep getting scored on.
Oh, really?
You shaved? You're not supposed to shave your playoff beard.
I started spot waxing and things got out of hand.
Well, great. They scored again.
Now, you can't blame that one on me.
Spacek. I said nice things about him, but I tell you, here's a guy in the National Hockey League. How much he make? A couple of million or a mil?
No idea, but he was pinching well the other night, you said.
Yeah, pitching well. I'll pinch him all right. Look at this here, kids. Go ahead, show the first goal. All he has to do is back up. The guy is going nowhere. Look at this. He goes, I mean, what is that? You expect that in Junior C. Now, I'm going to show you another goal. He didn't take the body. This is a guy in the National Hockey League. What's he doing? Look at him. Look at him. Man alive. Don't forget, Mom and Dads, if you want your son to make the NHL, just put him on defense because they're stupid up there now. Now, remember I said I was a little worried whether Edmonton, when they went back, would they play the trap? Roll this here.
The passive press, you mean?
The what?
The passive press, Craig McTavish calls this.
The passive press.
That's the new thing, yeah.
Oh, 2 guys back. How about that one? Anyhow, watch them again. We got one more. Did that work good?
And a goodie.
And a goodie. Watch this here. The little trap passive press. Well, watch this one. This a beauty? Just like the Finlanders. 1,000 Swedes run through the weeds, chased by one Finlander. Did you ever hear that?
Yes, many times.
Yeah, I told you, yeah. All right, I'm looking down here because I want to talk about Theodore.
Hold it. Just staying with this for a minute, because both Greg and John mentioned Edmonton wasn't getting out of their end.
Oh, yeah.
And it reminded you
Aaron Downey, a good guy, tough guy, has turned himself into a pretty good hockey player. Now, you say, why don't they get the puck out more? Why don't they get... It's an easy thing to do. Oh, yeah? Watch this. Bingo. He knew the guy was coming. He didn't hear footsteps and bailed either. That's what you have to do to get the puck out. That's why you win. Anyhow, Theodore, last night, Pierre Lacroix, looking like a genius. You might have another Patrick Waugh coming, right? We got a little pack here. Watch this. He's playing different now than he did in Montreal. He's playing more position hockey. He's not flopping around all the place catching. Whoever the goalie coach is out there has got him playing position pretty good.
I thought even in the third and fourth games, third periods, Dallas couldn't score in third periods.
Well, see how calm he is now. He's not flopping all over the place. See? Remember, he used to be down all the time. He's down and he's right up again. Yeah. And now we have, I feel so sorry for Turco. Everybody is blaming him because they're out. And we have a little, did we show that little shot of Turco at the end? We show that?
Here it is.
Yeah, I mean, he is thinking, he stayed there for about a minute. He thinking it's his fault. It wasn't his fault. He had 3 overtime goals. They couldn't get it. That's Morrow. What a good guy Morrow is. I like that guy. But it wasn't his fault. You don't score in overtime. Where are you going?
Well, they're knocking them for their grit down in Dallas. They're saying they weren't gritty enough.
It's the same thing. They had it all sewed up with a month to go. They were going nowhere. It's the same thing as Edmonton and Detroit. Detroit had it all sewed up last month. When did they ever play a tough game? The other guys were battle hardened. They went right from trying to make the playoffs right into the playoffs. I mean, you got to, I feel sorry for a first-place club that works for 82 games, and they play an eighth-place club that does, they sneak in and they got nothing to lose. I think they should have a bye, but I won't get into that.
What about my buddy Chris Mason? Nashville Predators got beat out by San Jose last night. Do you have any thoughts on?
Well, he did play well, and you got to admire a guy who comes up and talk about a pressure cooking. San Jose, man, are they rolling? Talk about they're having fun. And where they look big? I mean, they look like giants. You can have a small team, and you can play a team here, and then you go to another team, and then you go to another team. We're in a 7-game series. Those big guys just pushed them around. There was no contest at the end, and I'll tell you, Thornton is unbelievable, isn't he? Something can't get the puck off him. All right,
Montreal and Carolina last night.
Now, let's Montreal and Carolina, right? Yes. Remember what I said on the third game?
Killer.
I said when they lose that game, when you lose that game, all of a sudden Carolina starts thinking, we can win these guys, and they're going to get on a roll like they did during the regular season. Exactly what happened. And what happened? What?
Let me ask you this. Is it Koivu going out? Is it the fact they gave up the lead with 8 minutes to go in the game, or is it Cam Ward?
Well, it's a combination of all. Sacco was their leader and everything. Cam Ward is unbelievable. But what happened is they got the feel back, got the big feel. And I said to you people out there, that delay the game over the glass would cost the series. Watch this here. Markov, I think, put it over, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. This is exactly what happened. Now, this guy didn't mean to put it over the glass. He was just trying to get it out. And here's what happened. He wasn't trying. He's looking up. He's not trying to delay the game. Look at here's what happened right after. That costs them. This is going to cost them the series because it's going to be awful tough for them to come back. If they have that glass, if they got that rule, they have to put the same glass all around the buildings, because you go at home, your 40 games you're putting it about this much higher, and you don't do it and stuff like that. But that was at home. You got to put it all the same size. Now I'd like to talk about the Telus Cup down in Charlottetown, Prince Albert. Dave Manson, where he comes from, you and I, we love that guy, don't we? Man, he's a good guy. He knows hockey, too. Should he be getting coached in the National Hockey League? Anyhow.
Should be playing defense in the National Hockey League right now.
That's right. And the Buffalo, who was it?
Calgary Buffalo.
Calgary Buffalo, they were a great team. And the 2 goalies had 60 shots on. Here's Ronnie Myers, puts it in. I love this hockey boy. They're not spoiled. They're there, watch this. He got 2 goals that time. And the ref McDonald, that was great. I like to bring stuff in like that. The kids are great. The goalies were great. I'm going to try Harsky and DeSaris, who were the goaltenders. I did pretty good. Anyhow, way to go, kids.
And Stevie Walker, don't hold us against it that we mentioned Jeff McDonald. He should be in the NHL. The referee was brilliant. Don Cherry in the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada.
Way to go, Ronnie.
Coach's Corner with Ron McLean and Don Cherry. Brought to you by Bell.
I wish we had a big house.
I wish we had an affordable house.
Ours?
Find your perfect place. It's easy with RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
There has always been a natural way to fertilize your lawn and garden. But now there's a way that's a little easier. All-natural Home Gardener Natura lawn and garden care products. Only at Home Hardware. High-quality, slow-release Natura fertilizers are safe, effective, and easy to use. You can find everything for beautiful lawns and gardens at Home Hardware, where we're both environmentally and customer-friendly. Home Hardware. Help is close to home.
I wish I lived closer to the office. Not this close.
This one's only a 10-minute commute.
Find your perfect place. It's easy with RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Hi, how are you?
You'd never pay fees for shopping, so why pay fees for banking? A President's Choice Financial Bank account has no daily banking fees and earns you PC points you can use in our stores. It's all in the latest Insiders Report. A no-fee bank account, just what you'd expect from President's Choice.
Brita faucet filter. Just flip the switch for water that's 98% free of lead, chlorine, and sediment, right from your tap. Brita, don't you deserve better?
Fraser. Rigid.
Smart.
Ill-mannered. Easy come, easy go. Ridiculous.
It all comes together for one great show. Fraser, weekdays at 5:30 on CBC.
Back in Edmonton, Alberta, the provincial capital, game number 6. The first period is done, and Henrik Zetterberg has scored. For the Detroit Red Wings, they lead 1-0 over the Edmonton Oilers. Only 3 of the current Oilers were with the team when they last won a playoff series in 1998. Ryan Smith, Georges Laraque, and Rem Murray. Is this team capable of winning this playoff series against the best team in the league in the regular season?
Yeah, no question. Teams in the past, it would have been a big accomplishment just to win one round, but we're not going to define our success by just winning one round. We feel like we're capable of much more, but we got a lot of work to do in the next 40 minutes.
You know what, Rem, the team came out, appeared to be tight, and the Red Wings carried the play for the first part of the first period. You seemed to pick it up in the second part. How do you maintain that now?
Well, we got to continue to be aggressive. If we give them time and space, they're going to pick us apart, and we're going to be in trouble. So we got to continue to be aggressive, get the pucks in deep, and work their D and get pucks to the net.
Nice to see you back in Edmonton. Good luck, Rem.
Thanks, Scott.
Up to the minute. Brought to you by Ford. Built for life in Canada.
They can change the rules. They can change the equipment. But sometimes, someone changes the game.
Hurricanes Canadian Series tomorrow night on Hockey Night in Canada at 7 o'clock Eastern. Saku Koivu said today he's seeing better every day, but still needs doctor's clearance. Bob Gainey was asked this morning if the circumstances of the missing captain was hanging over the Montreal team.
I don't think emotionally or spiritually, if that's where you're going, that that has been a devastating really impact. Do we wish we had the player available to us? Undoubtedly we do. But I think there's certainly some concern for his personal health and his personal situation, the possibility of your eye or the vision in your eye. But I haven't taken any message from our players, either body language or verbally or in their play, that there's something missing because we're missing Saku Koivu's presence in our lineup.
Up to the minute. Brought to you by Ford. Built for life in Canada.
A blanket. It can build a home and comfort those who have lost one. A place of refuge. It covers. It warms. So for all your insurance needs, put your trust in the blanket, because your best insurance is an insurance broker.
Enterprise. Hi, I'm at the repair shop and I need to rent a car.
Enterprise will arrange to pick you up,
This is great.
drive you to our place, and get you on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Professor Langdon, the chief of police would like your assistance.
Dear God.
You will be hunted by angels.
What is going on?
We are in the middle of a war to protect the proof of our true past.
What are you talking about?
On May 19th, witness the biggest cover-up in human history. The silence will be broken. You must explode the truth onto the world. The Da Vinci Code.
This portion of the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC is brought to you by Ford. Built for life in Canada. And by Bud Light, proud sponsor of the NHL and Stanley Cup playoffs. It's been 14 years since they won a Game 6 on home ice here in Edmonton. As the glory years and the great champions from the past hang from the rafters here at Rexall Place. 1-0 Detroit on the 6th goal of the playoffs by Henrik Zetterberg. Zetterberg has now scored in 5 straight playoff games. That breaks a 42-year-old Detroit record that was shared by Gordie Howe and Ted Lindsay. And it was Edmonton out shooting Detroit 15-10 and winning the faceoffs, winning 71% of the faceoffs. So here they are on the short end of the scoreboard entering the second period. Tables are turned here in Game 6. Ryan Smith swings at that one. It's high and over the net. Horkoff on the loose puck. Plays it back for Brad Winchester. Winchester along the boards to Ryan Smith. He's knocked off the puck by Lilia. And Draper will chip it out after being knocked down by Smith. Horkoff in his own zone. Ahead to Chris Pronger. Pronger, a long pass. Dropped by Ryan Smith. Horkoff shot hit the side of the goal. And Lilia plays it ahead to Shanahan. Shanahan just plays it off the boards and into the neutral zone as Detroit changes on the fly. Long dump in by the Oilers. Rafi Torres gets the puck. Here's a chance in front. Pisani wrap around. They jam at it as Torres came in front as well. But Manny Legacy holds on for the whistle.
Manny Legacy has been beaten with a couple of wraparounds, but this one he is there, foot tight to the post, pad down, paddle down, and there's no way Pisani's going to get that on the ice. In.
I got to show you this. This is amazing. Watch Pronger on this play here. He's going back into his own zone, and he does a little pool-like bank pass there to Horkoff. Now, how many players in the National Hockey League would do that in their own zone? Amazing.
At the point, Steos drives it along the boards and around the net. Torres there ahead, in front to Pisani, and his backhand was stopped. Franzen across to Datsuk. Datsuk dancing across the line. Spacek stick checking him. Spacek vilified in that first period. Now Franzen comes out with a shot right on, and with Shanahan camped in the crease, Rolson will hold on for a whistle. Now Shanahan gets his stick up. Steos.
The Edmonton Oilers have been so good at controlling the boards, and here Datsuk along the boards, controls the boards, and this creates a chance. And Dwayne Rolison's right there as Brendan Shanahan goes to that dirty area.
The dirty spots, he calls them.
The dirty spots. Comes up to the dirty spots and just misses tipping that one. He had a good crack at it.
I think there he was trying to wave the stick in front of Dwayne Rolison's eyes as well to break his concentration, if you have another look at that. And players will do that.
40-goal man in the regular season. Got most of his goals, he said, from those dirty spots around the goal. And that's where he's been camped all series. Stoll along the boards to Horkoff. Horkoff ahead to Ryan Smith. Smith stick check there by Schneider. Back it comes inside the Edmonton zone. Bergeron flipping it to center ice. Bounces past Horkoff. Now Ryan Smith on it. Ahead to Hemsky in his skates. Williams now gets it through the skates of Bergeron, then loses the puck. Plays it back into the slot. It's chipped away by Horkoff. Lilia keeps it in. Horkoff gets it to center ice. Ryan Smith now with Hemsky. Hemsky along the boards is knocked off the play by Lilia. Long pass for Holmstrom now. Holmstrom being shadowed by Pronger. In front, Horkoff back to break that play out. Hemsky leaving it now for Morrow. Ethan Morrow all by himself. Taken into the boards and off the puck by Lilia. And a dangerous pass in front by Kronwall. Cleary there though for it for Detroit. Maltby dumps it in. Holmstrom in his skates. In the corner now. Cleary has the puck chopped off his stick. And Ren Murray checked from behind by Maltby, and the puck comes down to Legacy. Legacy, a soft pass left by Lidstrom. Ahead to Cleary, and Holmstrom's pass on the tape of Maltby. Maltby all by himself across the Edmonton line. Tries to back in. A backhand shot. Bouncing in the high slot after the initial contact by Rolison. Wings send it back in behind the Oiler net. Connor setting up this rush for Edmonton. Crowd trying to motivate the Oilers, down by a goal here. 1-0 Detroit. That pass too far for Pekka. And Lebda will touch it, icing the call against Edmonton.
The Detroit Red Wings, 305 goals during the regular season. The Ottawa Senators, only team with more goals. And problem now is you're counting on guys. Datsuk, Samuelson, Shanahan, Holmstrom. You're counting on these guys to score goals. And the Detroit Red Wings, Henrik Zetterberg, is their offense.
Mike Babcock was saying there's been a lot of talk about our goaltending and Manny Legacy, but what about the scoring? He said there's nothing like run support for a pitcher, and there's nothing like goal support to help a goalie. Long pass off the stick to Zetterberg. Jason Smith's pass is too far to Borak. It goes all the way down the ice. And Schneider will touch it, icing again the call against Edmonton.
Greg, I don't know about you, but I was always good in those 9-8 games. You talk about runs.
I never lasted that long.
Hey, guys, if you get me 9, I'll be all right.
Exactly. Let's look at Ethan Morrow here. I talked to him this morning. He says he's never felt better than he did in practice yesterday and about the last 2 months. And so far in this game, he's been excellent. So watch out for him.
Shanahan, a quick shot off the faceoff, and the stop made by Rolison. Oilers dump it down the ice, a race for it. Pekka has had a terrific playoff series after a so-so regular season is there first. Franzen lets it go over his stick, and Staios has it at center ice. Staios dumping it back in, and Kronwall will touch it for a high stick call inside the Detroit zone.
Edmonton was so good on the faceoffs in the first period. And here, Datsuk right back to Shanahan, and that shot's tipped. And Wayne Rolison's really out well there, Greg. Cuts down the angle and makes the save.
He's been sharp, hasn't he?
Very aggressive.
4 minutes gone in this second period as Jarrett Stoll comes out to the face-off circle. Facing Datsuk. Stoll will be thrown out of the face-off circle. Ryan Smith in to take the draw now for Edmonton. Datsuk wins the draw back to Lilia. Around the boards, Lidstrom quickly up the left wing to Franzen, and he throws it down the ice right on the Edmonton goal. Shanahan there on the forecheck, and a bounce pass to Spacek. Spacek throwing it down the ice. Both teams dumping the puck back and forth. Lilia back with Ryan Smith forechecking. He gets a piece of the puck, but Datsuk back to help out now. Jarrett Stoll plays it to the point. Spacek, a shot right on. Tipped wide by Ryan Smith. Williams plays it back into the corner to Lidstrom. Detroit regrouping here. Lilia On the far side ahead to Datsuk. Datsuk dumping it back inside the Edmonton zone. The far board. Spacek ahead to Ethan Morrow. Morrow fighting the puck. Loses it as Williams comes in to check him. Now another chance here. Lang on the puck. Tries to play it in front. It goes off a skate. And a penalty coming here. A hooking penalty coming to Edmonton.
Closed captioning brought to you by the home of installed tire pricing. GM Goodwrench Service. Right tires. Right price. 2-minute penalty. Hooking.
Jaro Spacek is in the penalty box for Edmonton.
Well, Rem Murray got a little careless going back into his zone, and then Spacek didn't really have a choice here, but the hook on there to Lang after the initial giveaway by Rem Murray.
Spacek off for hooking at 4:54.
And Ethan Morrow had problems at the blue line.
Detroit had just one power play in the first period, just 40 seconds worth. Here's a pass through the slot. They had no shots on goal. Lidstrom now passes. Datsuk shot wide. Jason Williams now along the board. Zetterberg quickly to Lidstrom at the point. Lidstrom shot blocked by Stoll. Gets the puck back. And a penalty coming in front of the net where Holmstrom was planted in front of Rolison, and he's heading off to the penalty box.
Well, he bumped into Rolison, and this is goaltender interference, and we've talked throughout this series about how Thomas Holmstrom plays on the edge. Pushes the envelope, and the referees are letting him know what you can get away with, what you can't.
I talked to Holmstrom this morning there. Yeah, he just bumps Rolison right coming across there with his right leg. That's no question, it's a penalty. I talked to him this morning. I said, why are you so tight to goalies? He said, well, I watch goalies, and when I get tight to them, I watch when they peek by me, and I move with the peek. That's why he's so good in front of the net. It's incredible, really.
Holmstrom off for goaltender interference. He lured Rolison into a tripping penalty in the first period of game number 5 back in Detroit. And that power play for the Red Wings lasting just 24 seconds, so they've hurt themselves. Jason Smith's pass too far for Horkoff, kept in by Samuelson. Here's Cronwall now, coming in from the point, and a stick check by Jason Smith wards him off. Behind the goal, Zetterberg in the corner now, coming out with the puck, plays it to the point. Lidstrom, a 1-2 of Ryan Smith. Smith on the puck with Zetterberg right behind him. In the corner now, Zetterberg comes up with the puck, then loses his footing. Samuelson on the puck.
Hand pass, and it'll come outside as Detroit got in tight.
Hockey night in Canada and the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC.
What's this Nagafuki surprise?
When you order Nagafuki surprise, it comes with Bud Light.
Yes. I'm in.
Nagafuki surprise.
I've been to Japan. Can't surprise me.
Bud Light and one Nagafuki surprise.
Hey. Huh. Look at this. What's the big deal?
Surprise!
This calls for a Bud Light. Tastes kind of funny.
It lay eggs now. Enjoy.
Okay, quiet, everyone. Here are the facts. People have finally discovered that with more flavor and 64% less fat than mayonnaise, Miracle Whip makes a better tasting turkey sandwich. We've decided our best chance for survival is to not be turkeys, but ducks.
He's finally lost it.
Bad news for turkeys, good news for you. With more flavor and 64% less fat than mayonnaise, Miracle Whip makes a better tasting turkey sandwich.
You're one sick puppy.
The all-new Dodge Caliber. Show 'em what you got.
Just a reminder, Game 6 of the Calgary-Anaheim series with the Flames leading 3-2 comes up at 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain, following this game between the Oilers and the Wings.
Greg, I think there's going to be up to 10 openings in head coaching jobs in the NHL. A guy like Paul McLean, will teams look at he, Charlie Huddy, Mike Johnson, some of the good assistants around the league? I think Paul McLean's time has about come. I would, if I was a general manager, I'd look at McLean or Charlie Huddy or one of those guys.
There's a lot of terrific assistant coaches in the league that deserve a chance. There's
And
no doubt about
the
it.
carousel goes around with everybody else who's been a head coach, and one of these teams, if there's 10 available, some assistant coaches are going to have to be hired.
Hemsky at full speed, his shot glancing off the stick of Schneider. Pekka to the point. Bergeron fumbling with the puck, gets it to Hemsky. His pass intercepted by Lebda, and it's dumped out by Lang. Datsuk fighting the puck, plays it back to the defense. Schneider there reaching for it, ahead to Lebda. Brett Lebda now, the call up from Grand Rapids. In deep, plays it back, here's a chance. Oh, and a great scoring opportunity by Datsuk. I think that hit the iron. At the point now, 4-on-4 hockey for another 2 seconds. Lang forced to the backhand. Spacek out of the penalty box now. Final 20 seconds, a short power play chance for the Oilers. On the far boards, Spacek dumps it in. Jarrett Stoll giving chase. Hit Lidstrom there. And the puck is loose. Maltby around the boards and out as Spacek could not control the bouncing puck. Spacek now across the blue line. Holmes is back on the ice. Detroit at full strength. Ryan Smith's pass was broken up, and then he's knocked into the boards as Draper scrapes and scraps in the corner. Samsonov hits from behind and pressed by Lidstrom as they scrum in the corner. Gets back to Jarrett Stoll. Stoll plays it into the shin pads of Ryan Smith. He can't find it. Draper all over him. And Holmstrom will send the puck in. Rolison falling as he went out to play the puck behind his goal.
Now that looked like you, John, on that
Yes,
one.
thank you. Thank you.
I remember that.
Yeah, good mobility.
Spacek. His pass over the stick of Horkoff. And now Jason Williams is checked by Spacek. His pass, fumble, giveaway. Williams a shot point blank, and he shot it right at Rolison. Lang along the boards. Both teams having trouble controlling the puck. Now Horkoff to center ice in a burst of speed. Horkoff across, Torres shot high and missing the net. Samsonov throws it right back inside the zone. Torres on the forecheck, and the Oilers can't keep it in. Lang, rink-wide pass for Lebda. Across the line, his shot missing the near post. Torres tips it. Horkoff on the loose puck. He's got Pisani with him. Dumping it in. Fernando Pisani knocked off the play by Lebda. Datsuk around the boards and to safety at center ice. Steve Stais to spin around to get away from Franzen. Then they turn it over again. Here comes Shanahan with Datsuk. Franzen trailing the play. Datsuk now behind the Edmonton goal. Pavel Datsuk. Checked by Stais. Stais now. Checked by Datsuk, but Horkoff jumps on a loose puck. Pisani quickly ahead to Rem Murray, and Rem Murray is tied up. Here's Shanahan on a loose puck. A shot. And a rebound quickly covered by Dwayne Rolison as Franzen is pushed away from the Edmonton netminder, and Shanahan comes in for support.
Well, the Detroit Red Wings are starting to take over this game, and it's turnovers, and Jaro Spacek has just been having a tough night. Spacek turns it over. Datsuk takes the shot. Marc-Andre Bergeron goes down to try and block it. He doesn't. It's off the post and just wide.
And there's another giveaway here by Spacek. He perhaps should have stayed in bed today during his afternoon snooze, because he's had an awful difficult game. And the Oilers look a little tight, and their puck support through the neutral zone has been tough. And that's why they're giving the puck away so much.
Stoll gets the draw back to Pronger. Jason Smith ahead to Rem Murray. He has trouble with it. And Smith comes back to Pronger. On the far side now. Dumped in by Ethan Morrow. Stoll giving chase. Lilia there. Stoll tying him up. Murray into support. And they muck along the boards. And finally, Magoo will blow his whistle, and the face-off will be to the right of Manny Legacy.
That's what they have to do, what Ethan Morrow just did. Just a little shoot in and get some pressure. They have had success in this series when they've chipped the puck by the Detroit Red Wing defense and worked down low. They have not been able to do it this game. And even Ethan Morrow here, he doesn't have many choices except to do that. There's no good puck support through the neutral zone, and that's been the story so far.
No choice except throw it into the middle. Throw it into the middle and turn it over.
Which is what they've been doing. Exactly.
Ren Murray along the boards to Morrow. He's knocked from behind, and Samuelson gets the puck. Quickly ahead to Zetterberg. Zetterberg now with Schneider joining the rush, and Draper on the right side. Draper's pass intercepted by Pronger. Pronger plays it ahead through skates. And now Ethan Morrow will get it to center ice and dump it back in. A lot of dump and chase in this one tonight. A 1-goal, 1-0 Detroit lead on Zetterberg's 6th goal of the playoffs in the first period. Schneider now rimming it around the boards. Draper there first, playing it into the corner. Pronger broken up by Cleary. Cleary off the goal. A rebound in front. And Rolison was awkward there. He made the first save and then got himself all tied in knots in the crease. Another chance on a giveaway deep inside the Edmonton zone.
What happened?
I didn't see them.
Oh. Looks like I have to go to Home Depot, buy all new stuff. Yes.
The new power equipment is here. The Home Depot has all the power you need, all under one roof. Get the brands you want at guaranteed low prices.
The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Cleopatra, hello.
Good pirate.
Thanks.
Wow, cool costume.
Thanks. I was up all night making it.
I'll be right back. Save my seat, boys.
Gentlemen, for all you do, this bud's for you.
One part of this concept car is already on the road. Michelin Luxury Touring Tires. Chosen by more luxury car makers to enhance the performance of their cars.
Michelin, a better way forward.
Wayne Rolison with another good save. Now watch Pronger. We're going to listen for a moment because you're going to hear his teammate say, keep it going, keep it going.
Keep it going, keep it going. Jason Smith and then Dan Cleary, but look at Rolison. He doesn't give up on it, spins around. He looks so awkward, but he never gives up on it, and that's what you have to admire about Wayne Rolison. Looks down and has no idea, but he keeps his feet going. He knows it's not in yet, so he keeps his feet going, rolls around, and makes the second save.
Wasn't pretty, but it stayed out. Here's Cleary again, looking for his first point in the series, a backhand that missed the net. Chelios in the corner for Holmstrom. Bergeron on him, but Holmstrom wards him off and drops it for Cleary. Maltby to the point. Chelios across to Nick Lidstrom. Lidstrom is blocked by Winchester and plays it around the boards. Maltby and Holmstrom. Puck squirts out, kept away by Ryan Smith. Another chance in front. Off a leg and down the ice.
And that last play, when a player usually says keep it going, it doesn't mean pass the puck. It means keep going with the puck. And that's why the Edmonton Oilers were a little crossed up in their own zone on that play.
Jason Williams ahead to Lang. He dumps it back in. Williams there first on the forecheck. And out it comes again. Cronwall to Matthew Schneider. The defense backing deep into their own zone. A long pass there, too far for Schneider, and Edmonton takes control of the puck. Stoll dropping it for Tarnstrom.
The Oilers have had one shot on goal this period. They've really had problems getting into the offensive zone, getting some kind of control and any kind of pressure.
Outshot 7-1 so far by Detroit. Here's Yzerman now turning. A shot off the goal post, the near post. Cronwall, another chance. Yzerman's one-timer, just missing, and he nearly got a third chance. And he's to the bench.
He's amazing. I mean amazing.
Hamsky, his pass intercepted. It bounces to Shanahan. Shanahan with Datsuk. He'll take the shot. And Rolison out to cut the angle.
Steve Yzerman played just over 3 minutes in the first period. Only took one face-off. You know he can barely stand up. And yet he's out there, almost scores, pulls it by, has Wayne Rolison going the other way. And Rolison literally is on a roll. That one's got him beaten off the post. You can hear, and here's Steve Yzerman trying to wait for the one-timer, and he was taking one-timers in practice and could hardly stand up after he'd take one and limp off.
There's a long pass for Pisani, bouncing off his stick, and Lefta gets the better of that exchange. Franzen along the boards. Torres, the forecheck, body check, but they get it out. Steos to Spacek, ahead to Pekka. He turns in his own zone. Mike Pekka now at center ice. Pass broken up, and he goes down, and the play is whistled at the blue line offside.
Just to follow up with the Steve Yzerman story, we got a lot of pushing and shoving going on here between Steos and Franzen. When I talked to Dwayne Rollison this morning, I said, who scares you the most on the Detroit Red Wings of all those snipers? He looked at me, he said, Steve Yzerman. I hope he's not playing tonight. Well, they almost scored.
He would have thought he would have said Henrik Zetterberg.
I know.
The guy's already got 5.
Exactly. Steve Yzerman. Steve Yzerman was his answer.
And then he said, I'm glad he missed the last 2 games. Yzerman showing real grit playing here tonight in Game 6.
His advice to his teammates before this game was quite simply, be relaxed and play.
A hand pass in the neutral zone.
Coming into this game with 184 points, 3 assists so far in the series, tied with Trottier for 8th overall.
And in the much lower scoring playoff era now, as compared to Trottier and Gilmore and all those great Oiler teams.
There's only about 8 goals shy of 700 regular season goals.
Although I guess Steve is one of the few crossover guys. He got to play in some of the high-scoring ones.
Jason Smith back. Draper forechecking, knocks him down. Pronger there on the loose puck. Here comes Radek Dvorak. Dvorak cuts to the middle and is checked from behind by Schneider. Matthew Schneider's long pass in the air, knocked down by Kronwall. The defenseman jumping the rush, dropping it back. Samuelsson, deking, shot, and it's over the net.
High stick to Pronger coming up here, I think.
Puck back deep inside the Detroit zone. As Schneider sets up for Detroit. Long bounce pass to center ice, too far for Maltby, but it's touched. There'll be no icing. No, now they will.
Penalty. And Samuelsson got caught with a high stick from Chris Pronger.
Now Chris Pronger is going inside. Samuelsson's going outside. Samuelsson fakes inside. Now Pronger's going inside. Samuelsson's going outside. So Pronger gets the equalizer out and takes a high sticking penalty.
Now he gets his second penalty in this game after not having any in the first 5.
Kind of knew it was only a matter of time, the way he plays on the edge.
He's been so good positionally, though, Greg, in the first 5 games. He hasn't had to reach, and that time he had to reach.
Good point.
He's always been in position. Detroit 0 for 2 in the power play, but only a total of 1 minute and 4 seconds with the extra man. Lang moving it down deep into the goal line. Yzerman in front, rebound, and Lang polishes it off. And just like that, it's 2-0 Detroit on the setup from Yzerman.
And that goes off Steve Steos in front of Dwayne Rollison. Changes direction, and no chance for Rollison on that one. Robert Lang, who is probably the best forward after Henrik Zetterberg in this series for the Detroit Red Wings. Yzerman to Lang, and it might be Mike Pekka's stick. Shanahan's there creating the traffic. You need those bodies to create some open ice, and it's tipped by Dwayne Rollison.
And the key early, the Red Wings won the draw to get that possession in a hurry to set up their power play. Lang makes no mistake, and Rollison was pretty close. He was there on the butterfly. He read it well, but it found a hole through him.
So Robert Lang with his 3rd goal of the playoffs and his 6th point coming on the power play, and a 2-0 Detroit lead here with about 5.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Whistle. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on Hockey Night in Canada.
Kokanee is brewed exclusively in Creston, BC. One brewery, one brewmaster. What if there's a parallel universe? Wouldn't it be brewed there too?
Parallel universe? That's just silly.
Yeah, Arnold.
Parallel universe? That's just silly.
Yeah, Arnold.
Glacier Fresh Kokanee. It's the beer out here.
Savoy Dinner Theatre presents Terror at 5 o'clock.
What shall I feed my family for dinner? Make something? Too tired. Pick something up. But what? But what?
She makes me anxious. And now dinner, Subway restaurants. The Italian trio, hot and fresh from the oven. Meatball marinara and chicken parmesan on new toasted garlic bread. And the Italian BMT. Subway, eat fresh!
We rented a truck and a semi to go. Travel down the long and winding road. Look at the map, I think we've been here before. Close all the doors, let's roll once more. Let it roll! Down the highway!
Whatever it takes, you don't want to miss the Disneyland 50th celebration. Because it's not too late to celebrate.
You have to stay out of the penalty box against the Detroit Red Wings. Number one power play during the regular season, you know it's deadly.
And how about Yzerman? He goes up against Jared Stoll, who, by the way, was 5th in the National Hockey League in faceoffs in the regular season. And Yzerman, I mean, he could hardly walk out of the building this morning after the morning skate, and he wasn't taking any draws. I believe that's the first draw he's taken in this game. And maybe he took one in the first period. I'll have to check that. And he wins the draw.
He took one only in the first period.
And look what he does. He wins the draw and sets up the goal. Remarkable.
He's scored an assist in the playoffs. He now has a point in every game he's played. In the 4 games so far he's been on the ice. Pronger at the point. A shot through traffic, blocked. Datsuk got in front of that one for Detroit. Winchester tries to play it along the boards. It's blocked again, and Datsuk will dump it out for the Red Wings.
See if Edmonton gets some urgency into the game here. I mean, at the moment, it's quite simple. They just have not been skating, period. And if you don't skate, when you're at home, particularly with all the energy in this building, you're not going to win.
Shots are 10-1 here in the second period. And okay, Detroit's had 2 power plays to 1 for the Oilers, but it's still one of those periods where the Edmonton Oilers will say, okay, we haven't been skating, we got to get something going and get back to our game, where the more aggressive game.
Got to get a forecheck.
Face off after the hand pass inside the Edmonton line. Here's Yzerman with a quick shot on goal. The rebound comes right back to the captain. Playing it along the boards. At the point now. Lebda looking for an angle. Goes back to the corner, bounces past Blank. And it's kept in low, bounces out. Here's Alesh Hemsky with a chance. Chelios back, and Hemsky too fancy, loses the puck.
Why will he not go wide with his speed?
And Sergei Samsonov coming to create the 2-on-1.
Lang now for Lebda joining the rush. His backhand right off the stick of Rolison. Samsonov comes up with it in the corner. Hemsky, a blind pass intercepted by Schneider, and it just got out, and so it'll be offside at the Edmonton blue line.
Well, a chance to get the crowd back in it. Alesh Hemsky, the leading scorer for the Oilers, a 2-on-1. Lebda coughs it up, and Samsonov's coming down the other side. Now, if he goes wide, he's got Samsonov, but instead he tries the toe drag in the middle, and that cancels the rush.
The Oilers' leading scorer during the regular season with just 2 assists so far in this playoff.
That's why. I mean, you got to go wide and drive the net. You're not going to score that way in this league. Oh.
Jason Smith manhandles Draper, but he's still got the puck. Back to the point. Schneider, a shot deflected, glove save, a diving long reach by Rolison to hang on.
All the little battles that the Oilers were winning when they were playing well, they're losing. And Wayne Rolison adjusting some of his equipment. Okay, Jason Smith hits Draper, but who comes up with the puck? There's the hit. Who comes up with the puck? There's the Detroit Red Wings. Draper not knocked down, gets it back. It's tipped. And Wayne Rolison, who already committed, has to react after the tip to make the save.
13-1 now. The shots in favor of Detroit here in the second period. One-time shot, Cronwall low, deflected by Rolison, and Holmstrom jostling him in front. Bergeron now jumping into the rush. A shot that deflects wide of the goal, played to the side, and Morrow hammering at it, and he's tied up by Cronwall.
It's better. Bergeron using some speed through the neutral zone, and look what happens to Detroit. Now they back up, and suddenly there's a chance to score.
Well, getting the defenseman involved. And that's what Detroit's going to have to do. Marc-Andre Bergeron, who is a great skater, a good offensive guy, reads the play and jumps up. But now Detroit, who has done very well keeping everything to the outside, has to back into their own zone, and the Oilers get a chance.
Another chance off the faceoff, and Legacy had to be sharp, holding on for another whistle. Under a lot of pressure. The career backup who's getting a chance here this year in Detroit.
And look who's coming out to take an important draw now. Steve Yzerman. With 3:50 to go in period 2.
Yzerman and Horkoff locking horns, and now they'll throw the captain out. Zetterberg comes in for Detroit. He gets the job done. Lidstrom in behind his goal. Ahead to Yzerman. A bounce pass ahead, and Zetterberg leaves it. It's broken up by Pronger. Loose puck. Yzerman now. Cross the line for Detroit. His shot, and a save by Rolison. A bouncing puck, and he didn't know where it was. Steve Yzerman, with every attack, has been lethal here in this hockey game.
Well, Dwayne Rolison has no idea this hits him in the arm, but again, he never gives up on it. It's up in the air. He has no idea where it is, but what do? Roll around, hope you get lucky. Rolison is off his elbow, no idea where it is. He sees his guys coming back. Okay, cover the line. Do the Snow Angel and cover the line, and that's what Rolison does. Snow Angel, cover the line. It's underneath his legs. Make sure you don't drag it into the net. Again, a good desperado save by Dwayne Rolison.
Had some horseshoes tonight. Rolison continues to get the job done. Bonchik around the boards to Horkoff. Horkoff loses the puck. Here's a chance. Franzen puts it on the net. Rebound by Shanahan as he goes over the goalie and runs him. No penalty, though, as Rolison picks his stick up. Legacy now plays it around the glass. At the line, Staios pinching. Can't keep it in. Staios again. Here's a chance now for Pisani. A slap shot blocked by Cronwall. That hurt. Pekka can't get the puck behind the goal. Datsuk ahead to Shanahan. The bounce pass picked off by Pisani. Fans still upset about that contact between Shanahan and Rolison in the Edmonton goal crease. Franzen now leaving it for Williams. His shot right on and held for a whistle. Now here's Scott.
Well, guys, I can tell you they're on their way into the pond in Anaheim. There's Dion Phaneuf of the Calgary Flames, and Sean O'Donnell sporting a shiner. He scored the winner in game number 4. The Flames lead the series 3-2. That game at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, 9 Mountain. Flames and Ducks out in California.
Fans just saw that collision on the Jumbotron here at Rexall Place after Shanahan hit the post and then ran roughshod over Rolison. Take a look at that in a minute. Bounce pass ahead to Hemsky, too far. Lidstrom picks it up to Lang. Lang throws it right back in. Rolison there to stop it. Plays it around the glass to Rem Murray, and Rem Murray just throws it down the ice. Here's Hemsky now racing for it. Lidstrom there first for Detroit. Long pass. Yzerman just deflects it out into the neutral zone. Pronger has to go back. There's 2 minutes left in this second period. The Oilers woefully outplayed and outshot. At the blue line, Staios checked by Holmstrom. He hammers away at it, and the Red Wings get it out. Samsonov now to Horkoff off his skate. Ahead to Pisani. He mishandles the puck. Samsonov battling for it. Along the boards, Pisani down low to Horkoff. Sean Horkoff behind the net, tries to come out. He does. At the circle now, he fans of the puck and gives it away to Holmstrom. Holmstrom leaves it. Horkoff on the loose. It's offside.
And Horkoff saying the Detroit Red Wings brought it back, but the Oilers weren't the team that brought it back. And I think he's got a pretty good argument here. The Red Wings had control and then bring it back. Okay, the Red Wings have control. It's Holmstrom, and now he drops it back. So to me, that's a good play. It's not offside because Holmstrom brings it back.
We're going to catch up to the Shanahan collision here. Did he make an attempt to get out of Rolison after he made the shot from that replay? Perhaps he didn't.
Perhaps he didn't. Don't you think, Greg, that that's a reputation call? Now, I think veteran guys do get away. I think veteran guys do get away with things, and we've seen it.
I'm not going to go there.
You're not going to go there.
I'm not going to go there, but I will say this: that was very close to goalie interference. He didn't make an attempt to get out of the way.
16-2.
But that is a concern. There's no question when teams play the Detroit Red Wings as a group. They're veterans. Our veterans, and
well, Nick Lidstrom, Matthew Schneider,
they get a lot of respect because they've earned it. Quite honestly,
Chelios got away with a few. Craig McTavish has complained about it. Here's Zetterberg now across the blue line in the final minute of the second period. A pass right through the crease, and Draper was tied up. Borak now for Rem Murray. He dumps it in, and the play is whistled at the blue line as Ethan Morrow was in ahead of the puck.
Mike Babcock took some of the pressure off his goaltender, and he's been trying to. The Detroit papers were all over Manny Legacy, and Mike Babcock was saying, well, okay, you can blame the goalie sometimes, but you have to look at your scorers, as you said, Mark, in the first period, and you have to look at guys like Datsuk and Shanahan and say, well, okay, sometimes you need to outscore a bad goal here and there.
Datsuk ahead to Shanahan, and it's chopped out over the boards.
And again, the Detroit papers just all over Manny Legacy and his body language and all sorts of little things that, you know, as a goaltender, naturally you let in a goal, you'll feel bad, and especially when you know your team's not scoring, it could be the difference. And the Manny Legacy has played okay. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been bad. He hasn't lost them many games.
The New York Times chimed in the criticism, saying the other day, if Manny Legacy loses one more game in the first round of this season's NHL playoffs, his legacy will be that of Mr. October, which is what one aspires to in baseball, not hockey. Puck dumped inside the zone, final 30 seconds. Snyder plays it along the boards. Franzen now holding on to it across to Cronwall. And it's golfed by Shanahan. He doesn't get all of it. The Oilers can't touch the puck. Shanahan, Datsuk, a shot right through the legs of Jason Smith, and Rolison makes the save with 11.5 seconds to go in the period.
Oh, so what do the Edmonton Oilers have to do here? I mean, they're not out of this game. It's just 2 shots, and they will go into the locker room, and you know somebody in that room will get animated, whether or not it's Craig McTavish, whether or not it's Pronger, one of the leaders. But somebody in that room will try to create some energy for their group to push them through this nervous energy that they've had so far in this game tonight. And if they play one good, hard forechecking period and they start to skate, anything can happen still in this hockey game.
At the line, Schneider, a wrist shot. It hit Williams, and Rolison cleared it to the corner. Puck sent down the ice as the seconds tick off the clock. The horn sounds to end this second period. Robert Lang's 3rd goal of these playoffs, giving Detroit a 2-0 lead. And the Detroit Red Wings out shooting the Edmonton Oilers 17-2 in this second period, and go to the third with a 2-0 lead.
Right now, when you fuel up with Vector meal replacement, you can gear up with the running room. On specially marked boxes of Vector is a coupon worth 20% off at the running room when you spend $50 or more. Go to GetRunReady.ca for running tips and information. Vector, fuel up, gear up.
Tonight, banding together.
We need a seat at the table.
Canadian musicians join forces in protest and say no to tougher laws on downloading.
Locks and litigation are the answers.
Tonight on CBC News, The National.
Sunset on Edmonton doesn't look like it'll be sundown for the Red Wings quite yet. 2-0 for Detroit over Edmonton, goals by Zetterberg and Lang to build the lead. Here's former Edmonton Oiler Daniel Cleary, who had a couple of chances for the Red Wings in that second period of play. Why is Detroit so much better as a team in this game, Dan?
Well, I just think that, overall throughout the regular season, we've been strong on the road. We've got the composure and the leadership, within the team, know what we have to do. And I just think tonight we just capitalized on the power play, and we've got the lead early, and that definitely puts Edmonton back on their heels.
Daniel, I know you're all professional hockey players, but what does it mean to a player like you when you see a captain like Steve Yzerman say, "I can go tonight, I can play"?
He means so much to the team. He's everything you want to be as a player, as a person, and he's got so much heart. People don't even realize he's such a great leader, and he's an inspiration to me. And him playing tonight, people don't know how bad he wants it and how bad he's hurt.
Daniel, thanks very much for this, and all the best of luck to you and the Wings.
Thanks.
There you go. There's Daniel Cleary of the Detroit Red Wings. Ron, right now back to you.
All right, with Don Cherry, who's chomping to get on here.
No, listen, for a team to come out and have a get outshot 17-3 at home when they got a team on the brink of elimination, as they say, who do they think they're fooling with? Detroit at 124 points. They think they got a wrap. This team was not ready. Oh, we can hardly wait till the Alberta Grinders and the Alberta teams. That's what they've been talking about out there. To come out with a team with an exhibition like that, it's ridiculous. This could be the series. They think they're going back to Detroit and beat Detroit in Detroit. They better win this game tonight, or they're in deep trouble.
How are they going to win this game with
the way they're playing? It's a disgrace for a team at home to be playing like that. Nobody's playing good. Rolson's the only reason they're in the game at all. They got to smarten up because Detroit is a powerful club, 124 points. They've got a lot of pride.
Yzerman has been unbelievable, too. I mean, it's like we go overboard every time. He's great, but that's leadership. Pronger versus him, really, and it's been Yzerman all the way. We're coming right back with Andy Murray. Thank you, Don. You're right.
Good.
Andy Murray's going to join us from Anaheim. We'll tee up the game coming up. And, of course, Greg Mill and John Garrett with more thoughts. We'll see if Greg will go with us wherever we go here on After 40 next.
Extraordinary movement. It takes commitment to create it. Like the commitment required to be the first nationally in Canada, not just to meet, but exceed the top-tier detergent gasoline standards set by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. And that's what separates Shell from ordinary fuels.
Expedia.ca presents the City Break Sale. The longer you stay, the more you'll save. But careful, you could start acting like a local.
Excuse me, this is the way to Melrose, eh? Dos tacos, por favor. Gracias, dude. Chill, man. They're with me.
The Expedia.ca City Break Sale. Book a flight to your favorite city, and the longer you stay, the more you'll save on your hotel. Like up to 20%, dude. Expedia.ca. Your trip, your way.
Ask. Ask about it.
Ask your doctor about it.
Just ask. Ask about Celebrex. Ask your doctor about Celebrex. He's the expert.
At under $16,000, the new Dodge Caliber has both barrels blazing Toronto Star wheels. The new Jeep Commander, the king of the hill, wheelbase communications. The Chrysler 300C rules the road to Canadian Auto Press. At your Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealer, the momentum continues. Get 0% financing on virtually all Ram 1500s, or purchase a Dodge Caravan for just $21,998. Hurry into your Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealer today. The Automotive News says the Chrysler Group is on a roll.
What would you do for $35,000? It's back, and this time even tougher. The Paul Brown Show's really, really tough contest. Only on Edmonton's Best Rock.
With no rules.
100.3. The Bear.
After 40 minutes, brought to you by the Sorrento from Kia, the fastest growing automaker in the world.
You're going to love the all-new full-length Sedona from Kia, the fastest-growing automaker in the world.
Back as promised, Andy Murray, what motivational tactic did Mike Babcock use, in your opinion? 17-2 were the shots in that second period. Detroit is absolutely killing Edmonton tonight. How come?
I think Mike Babcock didn't do much in terms of motivational tactics for his hockey club. He put good players on the ice that are determined tonight. And to me, the big difference in the hockey game is the Red Wings are just playing much harder than the Oilers, and the team that usually wins is the team that's playing the hardest.
Well, before I bring the goalies in, Andy, one more on that, because the Ducks were horrendous for 2 periods the other night, to the point of Solani apologizing, saying it was embarrassing. I mean, how can this be happening in such critical games, 5th and 6th games of these 2 series?
Well, I think the bottom line now is there's 20 minutes of hockey left for the Oilers. They haven't been very good tonight. Some of their key players have not played well, and we talked about Rolison being such a key factor, but they're going to have to step up in the third period. One shot, it doesn't matter what's happened in the first 40 here. They get one shot early in the third here, get on the board, and they can make some good things happen.
Well, Greg and John, maybe you can bring Andy back to that, because that's my question is, it's either nerves or it's you think you have this series won. Which is it in your opinion, guys?
Well, I think it's nerves to a certain degree, but boy, oh boy, to get Steve Yzerman back, and you asked Andy about what Mike Babcock said. I don't think he had to say anything. I think Steve Yzerman provides the fire on that team. And you saw them play without him in the lineup. They just didn't look like they wanted it as bad as the Edmonton Oilers. But with him back in the lineup, the more determined team is ahead.
And I think their positional play, Detroit, tonight has really confused the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton has gone away from their trap, dump, and chase style that's been getting them so many good scoring chances in this series. They have not got the puck behind Detroit's defense, and quite frankly, as Andy mentioned, they just haven't been working. They haven't been skating, and in this third period, however, you never know in a building like this, if they get one, things will rev up, and they still have a chance if they can play a period. But right now, it doesn't look very good, obviously, for the Edmonton Oilers.
Sorry, Greg. One last thing on that, then, Andy, and we'll switch to the Anaheim-Calgary game later on. But that is for Babcock. I realize who's kidding who, Shanahan, all that leadership they have with Yzerman. But it looked like Edmonton got ahead of itself. Even Craig McTavish was made to laugh this morning in the press conference. No fault of his own, and he kind of caught himself as he got giddy. But I'm sure the Red Wings felt like the Oilers were taking them for granted. Don't you think there's a bit of that going into tonight?
Well, I will say this.
I really don't think that this situation lays with the Red Wings. I think it's a matter that the Oilers here tonight are just not playing as well as they need to play. And certainly they see Steve Yzerman walk through the door of the Red Wings, and that's a positive note that's going to get any hockey club going. But the Oilers just are struggling to find their game.
Greg and John, you wanted a last word on that?
Well, I'm just going to quickly say that the body language in the room this morning, the Detroit Red Wings look very calm, cool, and it's sort of like, well, they've been in this position before. Edmonton, yeah, they might have been a little ahead of themselves. They were pretty loose, and, they thought they were in pretty good shape, I thought, when walking into their room this morning. But like I mentioned, there's a lot of hockey left here yet.
Only a minute, John. So let's go down to the Anaheim series. Robin Regeer's Solani hit late in the game, Andy. That tees up a little emotion attached to tonight. That's one question. The other, obviously, is Jaguar or Brizgalov. What can you tell us about tonight?
Well, I think a key part of the hockey game tonight is that we've got Don Koharski and Rob Schick playing, and I think for the Flames, they're the type of referees that will let them play here tonight, and they need that physical element in their game. And certainly Regeer sent a message at the end of the hockey game. But the Ducks are a resilient team. They've got some great young players, and this series is not over by far.
Do we know who's in net?
Well, Andy, I'm going to interrupt you, Ron, here because I'm the goalie guy, and I think that Anaheim absolutely has to go with J.S. Jaguar. He's the money guy. He's the guy that has the big contract. And for future reference, and if you think you're going to win this series and then go on and win the next series, you're not going to do it with Brizgalov. You need J.S. Jaguar to be your guy.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I think everybody here around the building today watching practice, and everybody knows that J.S. Giguère is going to be in net tonight. So I think everybody would be very surprised if they went with Brizgalov. Giguère's got to be the guy that gets the job done.
Greg, did you want to chime in on the Ducks Calgary, what you're looking forward to tonight?
Well, I agree with Andy. I think that Calgary, again, that physical play, if they get on the body the way they can, and they can be relentless when they roll those 4 lines over, that is the key to the hockey game. But again, you got to be respectful of your opponent, and we're learning that lesson in here in this game tonight.
All right, good stuff, gents. We'll take a break and come back with a little bit here from Studio 43 and then tee up the third period at Rexall Place in Edmonton. It's 2-0 Detroit leading the Oilers after 40.
After 40 minutes. Brought to you by the Sorrento from Kia, the fastest growing automaker in the world.
It's primordial. I think it's this one. Genus Eucomis obscurus. I bet it's worth money. It does have its own ecosystem.
Dale, it's a weed. Cut it.
The new Troy-built 4-cycle trimmer blower is a powerful trimmer for cutting grass, weeds, and brush. Then this innovative 2-in-1 tool easily switches to a blower. It's reliable and convenient. Lawn care starts at Canadian Tire.
Dale.
We really just want to make sure he can pick any university he wants.
Okay. Let's have a look. What do you see in the future? A financial security advisor from Freedom 55 Financial can help you get there. Because financial planning is about more than just retirement. It's about making things happen in every stage of your life. So keep dreaming, but start planning.
So you know what? Here's how we can help make this work.
Freedom 55 Financial. The freedom to choose, the power to get there.
If you want to play ball, you go to a ballpark. If you want to save on food, you go to Save On Foods for more low prices that really win the day. Like Western Family Ketchup, 1 liter, just $1.89. Or assorted 500-gram Western Family Slices, just $2.99. Save On Foods and so much more.
Across the country, Canada Post makes it easy for eBay sellers and buyers to connect. Opportunity. You'll find it in the mail.
This is why Chevrolet is Canada's #1 selling brand. The Chevrolet Cobalt has more standard horsepower than Civic or Corolla, with loads of standard features, including a 5-year, 100,000-kilometer powertrain warranty and outstanding fuel economy. All this starting at just $15,755, and that includes freight and pre-delivery inspection. Test drive a Cobalt now at your Alberta Chevrolet dealer, home of Canada's #1 selling brand.
The story of a game. The story of a nation. A new 10-part documentary series. Hockey, A People's History, coming this fall to CBC television.
Those banners acknowledge hard work. This is May the 1st, International Workers' Day. Edmonton Oilers have got to figure out a way to match the boys in red. It's 2-0 Red Wings, third period on Hockey Night in Canada next.
One car, one driver, one feeling. So soon. Once again, Mazda has reinvented the sports car, blurring the lines between man and machine. Introducing the all-new Mazda MX-5 Miata. Don't just drive the car, be the car.
Hey, excuse me. Would you mind jumping on the back? I want to see how it feels. Thanks.
Hon, I'm sorry I'm late. I was just getting my glasses.
This is just plain wrong.
What?
The Outlander Max easily converts from 1 to 2 passenger mode. Now with up to 6 times the warranty of the competition. A full 3 years.
The handles. Yeah, it's more comfortable.
If you want a great Western, you go to a video store. If you want a great steak, you go to Save On Foods for 100% Western Canadian beef from Western Family. Our best beef at our very best price. Save On Foods, and so much more.
We're out here, we're talking to people about all the reasons they can trust Fountain Tire. Do you know that not everyone can own a Fountain Tire store?
Not everyone can?
No, not everyone can. They have to be tire experts, too.
Sure.
They have to know a lot about tires, you know, a lot of expertise, a lot of training, years of experience. You're not gonna hit me, are you?
No.
The owners are tire experts, too. That's why for over 50 years, people have trusted Fountain Tire.
I gotta tell you, you look like a guy who's maybe cross-checked some people in the past.
It's been known to happen.
Back at Rexall Place as we get set for the third period of play. 2-0 Red Wings on goals by Zetterberg in the first period and Lang in the second.
A beautiful play by Henrik Zetterberg, who is absolutely on fire, goes around Jaros Spacek, and then with the man advantage, bang, bang. No chance for Dwayne Rolison.
First 5 minutes here will really tell a tale this third period.
Yzerman with 4 points in 4 games. Snyder getting his 7th point, or rather his 7th assist, his 8th point of the series on that last Detroit goal. And Zetterberg gets it back. Lidstrom now. A rink-wide pass. Samuelsson plays it around the boards in the Edmonton end. Brad Winchester can't get it out. Lidstrom now. His shot blocked by Winchester. And Horkoff now. A hand pass the call from Winchester to Horkoff.
Again, Detroit doing a good job pinching and keeping the puck in. Brad Winchester had 3 cracks to try and get it out. They finally did on the hand pass.
Sean Horkoff, the big player in Game 5 with the winning goal, and then that head-first block shot in the final seconds. Steve Yzerman making his presence felt here, returning after missing Games 4 and 5 with an apparent back problem. Zetterberg in his own zone. And Lidstrom can't get it out. Now he does. Pronger, 2 penalties in this hockey game, his first penalties of the series. A loose puck dumped in. Jason Smith leading the rush as Detroit was changing. Hammered around the boards. Samsonov gets it, kicks it out right through the high slot. No Edmonton players there. Jason Smith back forward as Rolison leaves it behind the goal. Smith over to Spacek. A long pass for Winchester. And the rookie fire it right over the glass for a whistle and a face-off at center ice. Let's check the Gillette game file as we get underway here in the third period.
Detroit has played so well. 17-2 in the second period. In the first period, Edmonton had their chances about halfway through. Had some pressure, had the crowd in it, but after the Zetterberg goal, the crowd has not been in it. They're trying to rev themselves up. Chris Pronger has been very good, has had a couple of minors in this one, and not as good as he's been in the first 5.
The last time the Oilers went into a Game 6 at home with a chance to win the series, it was 1992. So much anticipation here in Edmonton to try to close out the President's Trophy winners. The Red Wings are not going quietly into the night with a 2-0 lead. At center ice now, Pekka checked from behind by Franzen. Here's a loose puck for Datsuk. Datsuk with Staios, a shot right on, a rebound, and Rolison didn't know where it was for a second, then falls on it as Staios takes Datsuk away from the rebound.
Now, did you see what defenseman that was again, Greg? Now, he really has had a tough night.
Yeah, but what about Pekka, too? I mean, he's got the puck through the neutral zone. He's not skating. And that's what creates the initial giveaway, and then the defense are back on their heels. Here's Pekka, watch this. Stands still, spreads his legs. Neutral zone turnover back. And Spacek's caught halfway in no man's land, in all fairness to him on that play. Rolison with another excellent save.
But you can't lunge at a guy like Pavel Datsyuk.
It's tough when you're sitting there halfway expecting the puck to go into the zone.
The old defenseman, Don Shirley, was talking about Jaro Spacek in coach's corner. Can't lunge at a talent guy.
We have to break this up. Pass goes by Ryan Smith. He picks it up himself and dumps it back in for Edmonton. On the forecheck, shielded by Kronwall, and Kronwall is now knocked off the puck. Horkoff along the boards to Ryan Smith. Horkoff goes to the net. Winchester helping Smith in behind the goal. And Kronwall and Lang battling. Now Horkoff on the loose puck. Sean Horkoff tries to go behind the net. He's tripped by Lang. Still has the puck in the far corner. Sean Horkoff to the point. A bouncing puck, and Bergeron has to play it along the boards. Behind the goal, Ryan Smith now into the corner. Horkoff in front, and Winchester can't get it. Rebound! Ryan Smith puts it right into the pads of Legacy, and then they explode.
Well, work the boards, and this is the first time in this game where the Edmonton Oilers have worked the boards, and now Ryan Smith is trying to draw a penalty. He's in on the bottom of the pile, and I think he might have.
What the officials will do in the playoffs in these situations, normally in a scrum, they'll take one team. And they find when they do that, it eliminates the scrums. Who's going to get it? Will it be Detroit or Edmonton
late
in the
guy
situation?
In. It's a late guy in.
And there he goes, Williams. And that will be the only penalty call. Roughing will be the call. A huge opportunity here for the Edmonton Oilers on the power play early in the third to get back in this game.
And it's the extra cross-check. There's one cross-check, there's another one, and there's another one.
Magoo's all over it. Right
Jason Williams in the penalty box for roughing at 2:43, and the crowd erupts as the Oilers go on the power play. 0 for 4 tonight. 5 shots on goal with the power play. Puck squirts free. Lidstrom can't get it out. Spacek pinching at the boards. Down low, Ryan Smith right through the crease. Jared Stoll, rebound. Pisani, he scores!
We got a hockey game now.
14 seconds into the power play. And the Red Wing lead is down to 1.
Well, Steve Yzerman was out for this faceoff, and the Oilers did a good job, kept it in. Lidstrom couldn't get it out. First shot, good save by Legacy, but the rebound is right there for Pisani. Jared Stoll, nice low shot. He had to stop it off his skate, pulls it, low shot, so you get a rebound. And then Pisani's right there.
But Pisani was the guy that won that initial battle. Right here, hard, wins the battle. Then what does he do? Drives the net, stick on the ice. Boom, it's in the net. Great play by Pisani, and he starts it off on the half boards.
Now the local boy makes good again here tonight. Fernando Pisani with his 4th goal of the series from Stoll and Smith on the power play at 2:56. And you can't hear yourself think now at Rexall Place as the roof is about to come off this building.
Edmonton needs a big shift right away. They got to keep it going now.
Well, and Jason Williams, what a penalty to take with your team with a 2-0 lead. An unnecessary roughing penalty.
The Red Wings start back. Zetterberg pass for Draper. Draper has to chip it in. And it's whistled offside at the Edmonton blue line. And the crowd still savoring the Pisani goal.
Well, there's not much Manny Legacy can do on this one. He had to come to Jarrett Stoll, and Stoll made a good play. He's got no room to get it over Legacy, so what do? You play shot and a rebound. He's got no room to put it in. Don't shoot it off his chest. Get a shot and a rebound.
Did you see the plays? He kicked it off his left skate onto his stick. Oh, man, that was a beaut.
Pronger now. Back to Jason Smith up the middle over Pekka's stick. And Brett Lebda will send it back inside the Edmonton zone, and then he's hammered and goes off injured. The check from Pekka in the neutral zone. Here's Pekka now as Lebda left the ice. Pekka in on goal. Loose puck. And it's whistled. as Manny Legacy was driven right through the net by Mike Pekka. First the big hit on Lebda, and then a scoring chance.
Yeah, Lebda left the ice, and that's how Pekka was able to take off through the neutral zone. Now we got some fireworks, and this is the passion that Edmonton needed in their game that wasn't there in the first two periods. Here is the big hit in the neutral zone. Bang! Oh, that was high. That was a high hit. And then through the neutral zone, off goes the defenseman, and away goes Pekka. Cronwall can't get back into the play. And you can see Pekka just keeps going right to the net here. And he's pushed in, so that's why there's no penalty.
Well, Matthew Schneider was the one who pushed him in. But you wonder about that hit by Mike Pekka. And as you said, Greg, a high hit, and there's been a couple missed.
Fans chanting, Manny, Manny, trying to get inside the netminder's head after he was rammed right through the goal. Here's a chance, spot check to the point. Steos a shot, way wide and high. And it comes back to spot check, and he flubs it, and it comes out to center ice. Chelios across to Cronwall, back to Chelios, and they come up the right side. Off the stick and dumped in from Zetterberg to Samuelson. Rolison now leaves it for Steos. He bobbles it, plays it back for spot check. He had to throw it behind the goal. Edmonton having trouble coming out. Now they do. Pass up the left side. Samsonov. Sergei Samsonov. His pass deflected by the back check of Zetterberg. And now Steos will play it around the boards. Edmonton changing. And Samsonov forechecks and hits Chelios. Chris Chelios ahead to Cronwall, who's had a terrific series. Nicholas Cronwall across the line. A shot blocked by Jason Smith, and Pronger plays it up through the middle. Nobody there to race for it. Icing indicated as Lilia touches for Detroit.
Well, the crowd's back into it, and now a little more pushing and shoving. Holmstrom and Ryan Smith. When you're a player, you get involved in the game. You go out the next shift and you can hit somebody, you get involved. But now you're a general manager, and all that emotion, it's tough to control it. When you're a coach, it's the same thing. You're a former player, you're a coach, it's tough. When you're a player, you can get out there and do something. And that makes it, you're calm and cool, but when you're sitting up in the press box, pretty tough to do.
Malta gets the draw back to Lilia. He throws it in the high slot. Brad Winchester is there, ahead to Horkoff. Sean Horkoff off the glass and around behind the goal. Ryan Smith plays it right back. Winchester first there for Edmonton. Pass in front. And Maltby jumps on it and flips it down the ice for the Red Wings.
Now Edmonton's getting the puck in deep, and they're getting a forecheck goal.
And the fans thought there were too many Detroit players on the ice as they made contact at the bench. Lidstrom up the near boards. Lang is checked by Ethan Morrow. Morrow again loses the puck now. Vlad Dvorak tries to cut through, and his harmless shot is stopped by Manny Legacy. Let's see, were there too many men on the ice?
Well, Robert Lang's on, and he's not supposed to be. And they all scramble to get off as quickly as they can. Did any of the Red Wings play the puck?
Well, there's from there is I don't think so.
Yeah, there's 6 guys on the ice, but the one leg doesn't count.
Schneider fakes the drop pass, loses the puck. Kept in at the line, Dvorak fighting with Schneider, and finally the veteran gets it out. Batted to the neutral zone by Lang, and Bergeron flips it back in. Graham Murray on the forecheck. Ethan Morrow throws his weight around, but can't keep it in. Jason Williams, a rink-wide pass for Yzerman. The captain stops at the far hash mark, puts it right in front. Oh, that was nearly on the stick of Lang and broken up by Dvorak. Then Murray's pass is stopped by Yzerman. Yzerman to Jason Williams. Williams goes to the backhand, leaves it for Lepta, charging, and it's over the goal. Williams now in the corner. Back to the point. Intercepted, and Dvorak near the end of this shift manages to get it out. His line mates head for a change. Franzen now. His jump across the line. Plays it behind the net. Rolison leaving it for Bergeron. Ahead for Pisani. Has the Oiler goal here tonight. Across for Jason Smith. Smith to Pisani. Waiting on goal. He scores! And get 2 big goals here tonight.
Well, Rafi Torres starts this play, then goes to the middle. And there is Fernando Pisani. And Andreas Lilia comes across. And that gives Pisani some room. Lilia comes across to take Torres in the middle. And that gave Pisani room. And what a cute little move. Halfway across, 5-hole.
And you're exactly right. That was a 3-on-3 and a missed assignment. And speed really gets Detroit. It's been getting in the whole series, and now Edmonton is generating the speed that they had throughout the series through the neutral zone. And Pisani's got tons of it. He comes late. He gets rewarded for it. And they're having fun in this building. I had a feeling this baby wasn't over after 2.
You were right. The fans celebrating, standing here at Rexall Place. Fernando Pisani, his second goal of the night to tie it up at 6:40 of the third period from Smith. It's the 5th goal of the playoffs for Pisani. Ryan Smith now, momentum shifting here in the third. Smith, a soft shot directed to the corner by Legacy. Winchester, it bounces off the glass. Ryan Smith hops on it, and the puck is stopped on the mesh on the back of the net. A face-off to the right of Legacy coming up. So the local boy gets his second 5-hole, and it's 2-2.
Introducing the miracle of fusion, a revolutionary technology and a unique idea come together to create new Gillette Fusion. Until now, pressure caused irritation. Fusion has 5 blades spaced closer together to reduce pressure with less irritation and more comfort. Flip Fusion over, a precision trimmer for those tricky places. The comfort of 5 blades, the precision of 1. The best shave ever in manual or battery power. New Gillette Fusion.
Nothing chills like a butter caramel ice cap. One of 4 delicious new flavors from Tim Hortons. Add any flavor to your ice cap for only 25 cents.
Taking good care of everything important in your life all starts with AMA Insurance. Experience AMA.
Just a reminder, the National with Peter Mansbridge following this game between Detroit and Edmonton. And then here's the news. At 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim take on the Calgary Flames. The Flames lead the series 3-2. Everybody's cranked up at a pond in Southern California. And how about Kenny Holland? He might be cranked up about this one, guys.
What a huge shift here as Fernando Pisani has scored twice in 3 minutes and 44 seconds to tie this game. And the Oilers have all kinds of energy and jump right now after looking finished in the first 2 periods. Long pass. Cleary loses it. It's knocked back out. Ethan Morrow can't get there first. Now Bergeron up through the middle. Ethan Morrow. Drop pass for Rem Murray, and it's knocked away by Franzen. And there's some hitting in the corner. Murray's pass, or rather Morrow's pass, broken up by Kronwall. His stick gets caught in Kronwall skates, and a penalty coming here to Edmonton. Franzen. Maltby. His shot right on. A rebound in front. Murray there to stop it. And there's the whistle. So all that momentum now coming to a halt as Detroit is going on the power play.
Well, in the offensive zone, this is another tough penalty to take for the Edmonton Oilers. You want to keep your excitement going, but there's Ethan Morrow knocking down Cronwall. He let his stick go, but he put his stick right in his feet.
The penalty.
Ethan Morrow off for tripping. Detroit 1 for 3 on the power play. A vaunted power play it is. Williams now at the point. A shot right in traffic. Loose puck. There's Zetterberg. And Rolison made the save. In behind the goal now. Holmstrom hammered by Jason Smith. Pronger plays it off the boards and down the ice. No, it stopped. It hit a spot. And now it's being whistled. It may have come out into the Oiler bench. Indeed it did. Hemsky or Pekka may have touched it. So the faceoff is coming back inside the Edmonton zone.
Williams, a forward, playing the point on this power play. I know it's happened a lot for Detroit this season, but a bit of a gamble the way Edmonton has speed on the penalty kill. I'd be trying him if he had a chance.
Datsuk versus Horkoff. Datsuk thrown out. Zetterberg. Horkoff gets the draw to Pronger. Jason Smith bangs on it, and it's kept in. Amazing stick work by Lidstrom. Pronger again, this side, off the glass and down past Zetterberg. Jason Williams leading the rush for the Red Wings. Onto the stick of Datsuk, Pavel Datsuk, a drop pass to Lidstrom. The power play quarterback goes to Williams. To the circle, back to Lidstrom. He hammers a shot through traffic, and it hits Pekka and goes to the corner. Pekka hammering Datsuk along the boards. And Holmstrom gets it back to Lidstrom. Quickly across to Williams. Spacek is down in front. Datsuk's backhand is wide. And Pekka gets it off the boards and down the ice.
Boy, you really can't leave your feet against the Detroit Red Wings. I know the Oilers love to block shots, but especially killing penalties. You commit like that, and a guy will just walk around it.
Schneider turns it over to Horkoff. Horkoff ahead for Ryan Smith, too far. And Schneider's on the puck for Detroit. Schneider's pass ahead to Cronwall. To the middle. Steve Yzerman steaming through the neutral zone. Yzerman along the boards, plays it behind the net. Shanahan can't get to the puck. Here comes Ryan Smith. 25 seconds left in the Detroit power play. Cronwall right through the middle off the stick of Yzerman. Here's Jason Smith taking him to the boards. It pops in front, and Shanahan's backhand misses the net. At the point now, Cronwall quickly across. Schneider a shot. Big leg save. Rebound. Lang misses the net. Pisani on the loose puck will carry it out, and the penalty to Ethan Morrow is over. Oilers dodge a bullet there. Franzen now, a long shot, misses. Maltby keeps it in. His shot right on it, the goal post. Rebound. Franzen scores for Detroit. And the wind has been knocked out of this building.
Well, right after a big penalty kill, the Detroit Red Wings come back with their fourth line. And their fourth line ends up scoring a big goal for them. Kurt Maltby. Go to the boards and keep the puck in. Maltby, go to the boards, keep the puck in, take the shot, it's tipped. And there's Franzen. As Spacek and Stales couldn't get off the ice after the penalty kill, the knuckleball's tipped, and then Franzen has the empty netter. Dan Cleary and Franzen and Maltby have played so well. Maltby, no points since that first game when he had 2 goals. He'll get an assist on this one, and it's always a bonus when you get a goal from that checking line.
Johan Franzen gets his first goal at 10:07 of this third period to reestablish the Red Wing lead. Franzen from Maltby at 10:07. And Rolison's luck runs out after it came off the post and sat right there on the doorstep.
Well, you would think Dan Cleary would get an assist on that one. He tipped it in front of Dwayne Rolison.
They still haven't given the second assist as Brett Lebda has left the ice for the Red Wing locker room. Samsonov dumps it in. Schneider there first. Around the boards to Samuelson. And Zetterberg sends it down the ice. Steve Stales turning in his own corner. Off the boards to Spacek. Spacek ahead to Samsonov. Samsonov has it knocked off his stick. And the Red Wings get it back down the ice.
Edmonton here just have to keep going. There's lots of time in the clock, 9 minutes left. They have to keep the speed up and see if Detroit can handle the speed to the neutral zone with the forecheck.
Teach right. Cleary gets his first assist, and Maltby the second on the goal by Francis. Draper now throws it in front. Here's a chance for Datsuk, and it hits somebody in front. Shanahan now from behind the goal. Pronger using his reach to push him away. In the corner now, Jason Smith swipes at it. Now he kicks at it with his skate, being pressed by Shanahan. Draper plays it along the boards. Datsuk tries to squirt past Horkoff, and he does. Behind the goal, wrap around in front, bounces back in the corner. Jason Smith on Datsuk, and it comes out along the boards to Winchester. He plays it off the glass and down the ice. Winchester trying to get to the puck. Red Wings get it there first. Smith with a hit. Horkoff on the loose puck. In the corner now. And they can't keep it in as Jason Williams lugs it to center ice. Williams with Yzerman across the line. Dick Karnstrom trying to force him wide. He does. Turning in the corner. Williams loses it. Pekka on the loose puck. Ahead to Rafi Torres. Torres on the near boards. His pass is broken up and set back to the neutral zone by Jason Williams. Long pass at the line. Pisani turning. His pass knocked back to the neutral zone by Maltby. Pisani to Bergeron. Throws it along the boards and inside the Detroit line. It's right back out again. And Franzen leaves it for Cleary. Maltby charging the goal. And Spacek chipped it past him. Centering pass is blocked. Jarrett Stoll now at the line. Great back check by Franzen. Schneider across to Cronwall. Back to Schneider. Inside the Detroit zone. They come to center ice so quick. And is dumped inside the Edmonton zone. Spacek being forechecked by Cleary. Gets it to Steos. Steos ahead to Elias Hemsky. Hemsky now down the middle. Passes back. Steos a shot high off the blocker. Rebound. Batted by Hemsky off the side of the net. Spacek in the neutral zone. Steos to the middle. Samsonov trying to stick handle. He's taken off the puck by Samuelson, who bodies Steos. He manages to get it back to center ice. And Schneider throws it down and in. Rolison leaves it for Spacek. Up the right side. Dumped in by Dvorak. Rem Murray in behind the boards. Spacek all the way back to help out on the check in his own zone. Chris Draper all by himself to center ice. Takes the shot, tries to get around Jason Smith, and he plays the body to perfection, knocking down the scrappy Draper. He gives him another shot along the boards. It comes free, though. Villia now at the point. Over to Chelios. Chris Chelios around Ethan Morrow. Down low behind the goal. Shanahan back to Draper. Draper to the point. Chelios a shot high over top of the net. Dvorak, he lost his helmet, has it now for Edmonton. Radek Dvorak ahead to Ethan Morrow. Into the corner and behind the goal. Morrow with the puck back to the point. One-timer. Bergeron deflected by Dvorak wide. Rem Murray now in behind the goal. Dvorak being checked from behind by Chelios. Yzerman gets it out to center ice. Back retreat the Oilers. Bergeron long pass to Dvorak. These guys are tired and finally get off the ice. A bouncing shot played by Legacy. Forecheck by Ryan Smith. He's got the puck. Tried to get it in front. Still has it. Chipped down from behind. Fans wanted a penalty. At the point now. Bergeron fakes the shot. Then he takes it. And it's deflected wide. And a penalty is coming here. Interference, the call. And it will be against Detroit. You're watching Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
The GMC Sierra. The best horsepower. The best torque. The best fuel economy. Simply the best. GMC Sierra. Building legends.
Game days are the calm before the storm. So I like to keep quiet. On game days, I save my voice. So when I hit the ice, I scream right past you.
you're online with TD Canada Trust and you have a question, all you have to do is click, and a specialist will call right away. So you'll never feel alone.
Hello? Thanks for calling so fast.
Get Click to Talk and our security guarantee when you're online with Canada's best consumer internet bank.
Dan Cleary gets 2 minutes for interference with 5:36 to go.
Let's watch some smart veteran work here from Ryan Smith. First of all, a tremendous steal here on Cronwall. He gets the puck. Now, does Cronwall trip him? Perhaps, but gets away with it. Now, Smith realizes that the fan reacts. The fans react, so what does he do? He makes sure he falls down when he feels the free arm against him. And now, of course, the most important power play of the game here for the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, and the ex-teammate Stan Cleary went right after Ryan Smith and gave him a mouthful.
Oilers have one of their 2 goals on the power play tonight. Here's big Chris Pronger to spot check. Stole a one-timer leg save on the near side by Legacy. Pronger now will lead the rush. No, he'll dump it in behind the goal. Legacy there to stop it. He plays it around the boards. It's pinched by Spacek. He's got the puck. Back to the point. Pronger to Spacek now. Big Chris Pronger to the circle. Jared Stoll. Stoll moving to the hash mark. Turning along the boards. Gets it back to Pronger. Way over to Spacek now. Pronger moving down the middle. Faking the shot. Spacek across to Stoll. One-timer again. Almost identical. A low leg save by Legacy. Spacek waiting for his players to get onside, dumping it in for Ryan Smith at full speed in behind the goal. Legacy plays it around the corner and along the boards. Spacek can't keep it in, and the Red Wings get it down the ice.
They're taking the shot right away from Pronger. Maltby was out tight on that last penalty kill.
Bergeron dumping it in around the boards. Jennifer there off his skates. He's hit. Samsonov has it behind the goal. There's nobody in front, so he goes to the point. Tarnstrom to Bergeron. Bergeron back to Dick Tarnstrom. He goes over to the hash mark. Samsonov, a high shot that missed by a country mile. Bergeron again at the point. Final 30 seconds of the Oiler power play. Tarnstrom plays it down to the boards. Samsonov now comes to the face-off circle, plays it in front of bouncing puck. Rebound! Oh, a golden opportunity. Hemsky scores! A late call by Magoo, and Legacy is protesting as the puck bounced by the far post.
Well, here we go now. Alex Hemsky has a couple of whacks at this. Is it a high stick there by Horkoff? No call. So there's no high stick. Now Hemsky tries to shovel it towards the goal. Now, are they going to say it went off his body, or did he direct it in with his hand, or does it hit his stick? Now, this is going to be under review. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he's pushed in there.
He gets pushed in.
I think he's pushed in there, and there's no kicking motion on that one.
No, and he doesn't get it off his hands. It goes into his feet. It's off the post. That's where Mick Magoo was waving his hands. Now it drops in his feet, and as he's being knocked down,
Lidstrom's pushing him in. Yeah, I think that's going to count from that replay. The high stick, of course, isn't a factor. That should have been blown down if, in fact, it was a high stick before that. They can't worry about that upstairs.
That's not reviewable.
That's right. So the only thing reviewable here is whether or not that was kicked in with a kicking motion or a glove motion. There, the high stick there, it wasn't called. And it doesn't matter.
So now it's Hemsky, one whack at it. Now Lidstrom's got him. He's trying to take him out of the play. And there's Hemsky.
I think that's, in my opinion, just from that replay, I believe he was pushed in. Let's look at the overhead. Again.
Off the post. And Mick Magoo is going crazy. Okay, it's not in, it's not in, it's not in. And now Lidstrom's got Hemsky, and Hemsky's not even looking down at it.
Yeah, I really think that will count. We'll have to wait for the official from here and Toronto. Remember, the high stick is not the point. If it was a high stick, and the referees ruled that the stick made contact under the crossbar, And there's Hemsky, and I don't even think he just stood up straight almost.
And there's Mick Magoo.
He had a great angle on that. He didn't blow his whistle when there was a real delay there because he could see the puck.
And if it's inconclusive, of course, he's now ruled it a goal. I don't think it'll be inconclusive. We'll see.
And the power play for the Edmonton Oilers, like the power play for the Detroit Red Wings, comes through.
If it is a goal, it'll be the second power play goal of the night for Edmonton.
Well, Hemsky fanned on the back end with the rolling puck. But now he's just standing right there, and Nick Lidstrom, and you can see Manny Legacy reaches back, tries to get it out. But I agree with you, Greg. I think this one's going to count.
Unless there's something we're missing from those replays or another view that the league has.
Well, everybody is standing here.
Ken Holland looks on.
He sort of looks like he thinks it's in by the way he's reacting.
They're all standing in this arena in anticipation of this goal under review.
Ken Holland is pretty cool, though. You watch him, the old goalie, Ken Holland, the scout for a long time with the Detroit Red Wings, and then the assistant GM, and then the GM off the backhand of Ales Hemsky, and now Lidstrom's got him. And Hemsky's head is not looking at the puck as Lidstrom pushes him in. Zetterberg's there, and in goes the puck.
Yeah, I don't see a kicking motion there, and don't forget the puck was hit first with the stick, then it hit the post, then it came up.
Yes. So if it's knocked in with a high stick, then they can review it, but it's not the pass with the high stick. That has to be called.
The refs are all having a little scrum of their own over there.
Oh, well.
Mick Magoo on the...
Here's Bob Hall.
Who's the supervisor, of course. He's talking to the folks in Toronto as well.
Bob LeBrew is the video goal judge. But you can cut.
Now they're looking at the back left foot. The back left foot seems to be whether that's a kicking motion or not. And I don't think from there. Let's have a look here.
The puck's above his foot.
The puck. Now he's saying it was. I'm not so sure.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think the puck was higher than the back foot.
Boy, if they deny this, there'll be a riot.
So that's what's in question, obviously, now in the replay. We know now it's the back left foot, based on sneaking into the booth like we just did.
But the puck appeared to be higher. It appeared to be off the ice.
Well,
here's another an angle here. There's the back.
Off
forward.
The skate. Now Nick Lidstrom's coming in. Now Ales Hemsky is tied up by Lidstrom.
No, it's not in the net yet. It didn't go in the net until he got hit by Lidstrom.
Doesn't matter, though. If it's a kicking motion and it continues in, it's a goal, guys. If it's a kicking motion first, even though it hits something else, it is a goal. So there's a little bit of
it doesn't go off the leg.
If there's well, no, it has to go off the leg. Oh, no. The puck has to go off the kicking motion. But what I'm saying, if it's a kicking motion off the leg and then hits another part of the body, it's no goal. So that might be a little bit of the gray area here on this particular play.
Well, I know how I call it.
In other words, there was one the other night in Ottawa where there was a kicking motion that hit the player's toe and went in. It was called no goal.
Well, to me, that's not a kicking motion. He's being dragged towards the net by Nick Lidstrom.
That's the question right now. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. For me, I don't think from the angles we have, it's a kicking motion. Let's have another look from this angle.
Now here, Nick Lidstrom's taking Ales Hemsky.
And does he get pushed with the glove on his leg, that left leg?
I don't think the puck is near that leg either. I think it got pushed up into his midsection.
And you can see Manny Legacy.
Well, he does the right thing. When you're a goalie, if there's any question, you start charging the ref right away. But I don't see the kicking motion there, and I think he was helped along by Nick Lidstrom. However, you know, that's the big question now that the league is trying to answer, and we can't play sit up here and determine it. That's not our job. Our job is to... No, we thank you. That's right. Here it is again.
Now,
goes up.
Up. Stick. Nick Lidstrom stick. Nick Lidstrom driving him towards the net. It's off.
And I don't see the puck initially hit that leg if it was a kicking motion. I think you're right. It was higher in the body.
Yeah,
I don't think it was down low. See, it's high up into the waist.
Up in his crotch.
You're right.
And on the way down, it hits him.
And on the way down, he was being pushed in. So if they think it's a kicking motion with the left foot, then I'm not so sure on that. Here we go. It's a goal. That's the right call, guys. They got it right. As far as I'm concerned, I think we'll all agree with that in the booth.
Yes.
Yep. 3:53 to go, and we're tied at 3.
Now the Oilers need a good shift right back again, right away.
Pronger checked from behind by Shanahan. Pisani, a bouncing puck, and he gets it down the ice. Too far for Torres. Kronwall knocked along the boards. So it's Hemsky's first goal of the playoffs. Shot right on, held by Rolison. The leading scorer this season for the Oilers gets his first on the power play to tie it at 3.
This is the longest report I've ever written.
Better save your work.
Oh, don't worry. Never lost a file. Knock on wood.
That desk isn't wood.
The new Noma power system keeps the important things running. It kicks in before your electronics even know the power went out. Get continuous and extended backup power for your home office and other applications. Power solutions start at Canadian Tire.
So I want you to tell my wife why we should lock into a long-term mortgage, because interest rates are obviously going to go up.
But first, maybe you should tell my husband why historically people going short have done better.
Well, you're both right. And fortunately, with our long and short mortgage, you can have both. So, you're both happy, right?
I'm happy.
I'm more happy.
She's always been a happy person.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
After game time, it's DVD time. From Slapshot to King Kong to Casablanca, Zip.ca has it all. Watch what you want, when you want, and never pay late fees again. Zip.ca. What are you doing after the game?
Did you know that terrorists never laugh? FYI, your roll-on really worked wonders on my roids. So buy American Dad on DVD. Show it to your friends. If they don't laugh, kill them. I'm just kidding. Not really.
From the creator of Family Guy comes American Dad Volume 1.
Just to clarify about this high stick beforehand, I think this is even okay. Good for the officials, no question. Horkoff makes contact with the puck below the bar. So even that was right in terms of how the officials made that call. So good work by Magoo to be in position and to make two right calls on the play.
Horkoff and Samsonov assisting on Hemsky's first goal of the playoffs, and what a big one indeed. Oilers get the draw. Pronger gets it out after Stoll jumps on the loose puck. Jarrett Stoll dropping it for Hemsky. It's chopped by Lang. He feeds it to Yzerman. Yzerman to Jason Williams. On the boards, he stops and plays it behind the goal. Pronger is there first. Along the boards, kept in by Kronwall. Kronwall beats Stoll, gets it to the high slot. Lang a shot, rebound. And Rolison covers up with the captain Yzerman right there.
Edmonton have to keep going here. I mean, the pride that the Detroit Red Wings are showing is remarkable. And John, they just keep coming back after they get scored against.
Well, and who's out there?
Yeah,
Mike Babcock's no dummy. You need a big shift. Who does he throw out there? Steve Yzerman.
Good point.
Psychologically, this Detroit team dominating again here for most of the game and find themselves in a 3-3 tie. Zetterberg across the line with speed outside. His shot blocked by Staios. In behind the goal, Holmstrom plays it for Samuelsson. Spacek on him. Samuelsson turning, twisting and turning. Evades Spacek now. Has some open ice. Check from behind by the rookie. Winchester gets it out and ahead to Ryan Smith. He drops it for Horkoff. Horkoff across the line. Back for Staios. His shot blocked by Lidstrom. Behind the goal, Ryan Smith can't hold on to it. In the corner, he battles with Samuelsson. Winchester overskates the puck. Here's Zetterberg now. 2:20 on the clock. Long pass. Lidstrom gathers it up and plays it past Staios. Horkoff leaves it, and there's Zetterberg turning dangerously in the high slot. Zetterberg still has the puck in the corner. In front! And a chance for Draper goes over his stick. Winchester now, at the end of his shift, dumps it in. He'll go to the bench as Torres forechecks with Villia. And Torres is hammered behind the play by Draper. Pisani pinching, can't keep it in. Kicked ahead to Datsuk. Datsuk now with a shot right on. Leg save. And the rebound gathered up by Pronger. Pisani now knocked off the puck by Kronwall and is dumped back into the Edmonton zone.
Edmonton have to get back to getting it in deep here. They can't play in their zone like they had the last minute and a half.
Detroit back in the neutral zone, laying back. High pass for Pisani too far. Williams now tries to chop it ahead, and Jason Smith will get it, and a hand pass called at the Edmonton blue line.
Well, you're right, Greg. The problem the Oilers have now is they've played so well in overtime. During the regular season, they played 26 overtime games. They have that mentality, okay, let's get it to overtime. And really, down 2-0 coming into the third period, they'd be quite happy to get it to overtime.
They got to get there. I mean, another terrific save from Rolison on that soup moments ago.
Hemsky turning at the line, drops it for Stoll. Back to Hemsky at center ice. Alesh Hemsky stick handling his way inside the zone. Hemsky leaves it for Samsonov. Samsonov, Hemsky, he scores! In Edmonton, the Red Wings, 106 from elimination.
I said to myself 3 times when Hemsky was dipsy-doodling over the blue line, kid, get it deep. Kid, get it deep.
Well,
you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Well, there's a talented player.
You're right.
I mean, he just hasn't done much. But here, and he, okay, look. He drives everybody back. And then he goes to the net. He's always looking past, so he looks past, drives everybody back, opens up the ice for Sergei Samsonov. 3 guys go to Hemsky, and then Samsonov's got it, so what do? They leave Hemsky alone.
Oh, and what a pass by Samsonov. I mean, right through. I mean, incredible. Legacy had no chance. No chance on that play whatsoever. And great players make great plays at key times.
Well, here's Andreas Lilia again. He stands up, but now he's in no man's land.
Now the Red Wings are desperate. They pull their goalie for a 6th attacker in the last minute of play. Down by 1. Shanahan in the corner, in front, too far. Lidstrom now at the point. Schneider, he takes the shot, it's wide. Zetterberg is there first. Pisani checking him with some help. They can't, yes, they do get it out. Schneider right back in. It goes past Rolison. Jason Smith chops at it. It's kept along the boards by Datsuk. Holmstrom now. Zetterberg in front. A bouncing puck goes behind the goal. Holmstrom back to the point. 20 seconds to go now. Schneider looking for a lane. Down low. Back to Schneider. A shot blocked. Ethan Morrow goes down. And Pekka gets it out. Final 10 seconds. Datsuk. A shot right on. And Rolison holds on. With 5.5 seconds to go, and everybody's standing.
If you ever thought Ethan Morrow wasn't the heart and soul of this team, watch this.
No stick. Get in the shooting lane and sacrifice the body. We saw Sean Horkoff last game, and now Ethan Morrow, and look at Holmstrom on Chris Pronger in front of the net.
A timeout has been called by the Red Wings. In desperation, Mike Babcock charts a play. The face-off will be to the right of Rolison with 5.5 seconds to go. And everybody here ready to celebrate.
Ethan Morrow, you know, this morning was so feeling good about himself. He said, man, I finally felt good after, you know, having injury problems the second half of the year, and all of a sudden he comes up with the biggest play perhaps of his life with that block.
Well, Dr. Mark Lee described his injuries before and how his leg was finally getting better and finally getting better, and now with the days off in between, even with all the travel, you don't practice and you have time to get treated, and here he is back.
All series long, the Oilers had 1 goal in the third and 1 in overtime. Tonight they've got 4 that come from behind. 5.5 seconds to go. One last chance for Detroit.
And I must say, I'm a little surprised Mr. Yzerman isn't on the ice at the moment.
Well, me too. And now they're talking, okay, add the time on the clock, but Jarrett Stoll wanted Pavel Datsyuk waved out of the circle, and it's not going to happen.
Fifth in the league in the regular season, Stoll.
Datsyuk the draw. Snyder, a shot. It hit Ryan Smith. That's the game. The Edmonton Oilers have won a playoff series for the first time in 8 years. And the best team in the NHL is going home.
Well, and there's the congratulations. But, Greg, I really feel that teams that have to struggle to get in the playoffs in the first round have a big advantage. And the Edmonton Oilers, right till their very last game, had to play meaningful games just to get in the playoffs. And they conditioned themselves for playoff hockey. The Detroit Red Wings did not.
The Detroit Red Wings make their third straight early exit from the Stanley Cup playoffs. Is this the last time we've seen Steve Yzerman in a Red Wings uniform as the Oilers, the young Oilers, continue to celebrate? They're moving on. The first playoff win since 1988, when Ryan Smith, Ren Murray, and George Laraque were the only members of that team still here.
And you saw Kenny Lowe there giving Yzerman a big hug. Of course, that goes way back to the Team Canada days. And that was a magical moment for me watching that as well.
And now the ceremonial handshakes at center ice. The Edmonton Oilers coming from behind, down 2-0 to start the third period, score 4 third-period goals and defeat the Detroit Red Wings 4-3. The Red Wings are eliminated, and the Edmonton Oilers, much to the celebration of their big home ice crowd, are moving on to the next round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Extraordinary movement. It takes commitment to create it. Like the commitment required to be the first nationally in Canada, not just to meet, but exceed the top-tier detergent gasoline standards set by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. And that's what separates Shell from ordinary fuels.
Chills like a butter caramel ice cap. One of 4 delicious new flavors from Tim Hortons. Add any flavor to your ice cap for only 25 cents.
Just want to make sure he can pick any university he wants.
Okay, let's have a look.
What do you see in the future? A financial security advisor from Freedom 55 Financial can help you get there. Because financial planning is about more than just retirement. It's about making things happen in every stage of your life. So keep dreaming, but start planning.
So you know what? Here's how we can help make this work.
Freedom 55 Financial. The freedom to choose, the power to get there.
Now that's the third period. MasterCard 3 stars, Alish Hemsky, Fernando Pisani, Steve Yzerman. Here's Scott Russell.
The Edmonton Oilers went out and got Dwayne Rollison at the trade deadline, and Dwayne, you got them a playoff series victory. What does this mean to you personally?
You know what? The personal stuff is thrown out right now. It's all about the team. We played unbelievable as a team. Like great blocks by Ryan Smith tonight, Ethan Morrow at the end of the game. They're unbelievable. We just played well as a team, and that's all that matters. It's been a long career, but is this the greatest moment? Right now it is. All the best to you, Dwayne. Good luck. Thanks a lot, Scott. There's Dwayne Rollison. Ron?
All right, Scott, Don, go ahead.
Full credit to Craig McTavish. He went in, I'm sure. Everybody sit down right after the game. You know what's going to happen here. We played 2 lousy periods. You've got 1 period to get these guys. We won't get them, Detroit. Full credit to Craig McTavish. Way to go, Craig.
We're on our way to Anaheim. More to come on Hockey Night in Canada.